Hey. Well, here I was sitting, waiting for the final round of the Summoner Showdown to start up. And I'm like, well, I've got some arena to do, so I may as well do it. And then, I'm like, well, if I'm going to do the arena, I may as well stream it. So, go live a little bit earlier than I intended, but yeah, we got about 17 minutes until the premiere for the Showdown is streaming. So until then, we're gonna knock out some 4 stars and then get into the basic. And we'll do the Showdown, and then after the Showdown, probably run all the 6 stars for the featured and see where we are for the basic. That is the plan. Well, that is the plan indeed. And once again, up late, can't sleep, and hey, there's crystals to be opened, so yeah, did a little bit of that. I'll be posting those with I'm going to split it all up and post them as a couple separate videos. Adam, how you doing? Man Falcon, what is the shakalackin? Post-work entertainment at stupid o'clock in the morning. Stupid o'clock. It's going all right, Adam. I can't complain. I don't know if either of you guys were here when I was just kind of maybe possibly talking to myself, but I guess I did kind of get up a little bit earlier. And had the stream set up ready to go, and I was just sitting here with nothing to do, so I figured I'd start doing arena. So I was doing some arena. I'm like, well, I might as well stream it. So here we are. Here we are. It's snowing out. I think it's snow. Well, it's hitting the ground and it's wet on the ground anyways. It's not sticking on the ground, but yeah, it's forecast to be snowing all day, so. So any predictions, Adam, on who's gonna come out on top? I don't know about the Europe-Russia one because I didn't see that. The Asia ones, it kind of seemed like really anybody could have won that one. Because there wasn't really, like, nobody looked super strong for the Asia bracket. But for the Americas, Mr. McMuffins, yeah, he looked pretty solid there. So I don't know if we're going to see the same for this, or if all three are going to be, it's going to be like a really close one, or if it's going to be kind of one way out in front. Would you R5 Torch or R4 Mole Man, then R5 Mole Man later? It depends what you've got that you're looking to do. So for a lot of things, I wouldn't look at necessarily like an order in ranking champions. I would look at what stuff you're trying to do and which champions will best suit you for that, and going with that, then prioritize your rank ups. So also, if you're running suicides, Mole Man is much better for them than Torch. Torch is not somebody you really would use often with suicides. You can, but you'd want suicides off. If suicides are not an issue, then that part is irrelevant. But if suicide is something that you're running majority of the time, then I think Mole Man would be your better bet overall, because you'd end up using him more in general. Torch you're going to use probably if you're facing Mystics, or if you need to, like, to control healing, or you're trying to avoid incinerate damage type of stuff. I think where you would use Torch, he's really strong, but I think Mole Man might be more versatile. You might use Mole Man in more areas. But yeah, like I said, it really depends what you've got coming up. Like for example, if I had the two of them right now, I would probably do Mole Man. But last year when I was looking at doing Abyss, I would have done Torch first, because I would have absolutely used Torch in the Abyss. I would not have used Mole Man. So yeah, it really depends what you've got ahead of you currently. So yeah. I feel not America this time, but again, if not bugged, get encountered, then whoever won will win fairly. Yeah, the only thing with the bugs, though, like I said yesterday, is it affects everybody. It obviously doesn't affect everybody equally, but if it was something where, you know, a specific device or an area or something like that, it was only prevalent, then I would say it's an unfair competition. But because it could affect anybody at any time, I don't think they could absolutely impact somebody worse than someone else. So yeah, it could be a factor, but because it's possible to affect everyone, I don't see it being. Yeah, it's a tough thing there, man. Lawrence, how you doing? My day is coming along all right. All right, indeed. I was up late, and as usual, when I can't sleep and I look at the game, there were some crystal openings happening last night. So, yeah. And I opened a few more features than I should have. I absolutely opened a few more featured crystals than I should have. Because I'm saving, or was saving, until the next feature, but well, I still have enough for 3 more featured, so. But I think I'm definitely saving now. When I run my 6 stars, you'll see who I ended up pulling. I think overall, even though I wanted to save, I didn't want to open them initially, and then I just opened them. I think it was a good thing. So yeah. I only saw a little bit of Showdown. Happy's fight with Vision was nice versus. Yeah, dude, that was pretty damn on the ball. I bought all 5 piggy banks and not even a 5-star. Did you pull anything nice from the feature? I think so. I think I did. One of them's an old one that would have been useful a while ago. Still useful. But a while ago I could have really used. And one is probably one of the better ones from that pool. Actually, well, here, I'll just show you. I mean, I'm going to do a video of the features. So what I set out to do, I was just opening another 1,000,000 battle chips. So I was recording that. I opened the 1,000,000 battle chips. I did okay. Well, no, I did pretty good for the amount of units. And then I'm recording, like, well, I may as well open a couple other crystals while I'm here. So I opened a couple of the featured calves. That was not good. I don't know why I do that. I have no interest in Knull. Like, I know he's, a hyped up champion, looks like he's pretty good, all that kind of stuff. But I don't know if I would necessarily use him. But anyways. So I did that, and then I'm like, well, let's open a couple featured crystals as well. So I think I did 1 or 2 featured, and then I went to do a basic. That was silly. I don't know why I did the basic, because it was just a pointless dupe, which is what I expected. I was a little bit surprised, though, that for the featured, the reason I wasn't going to open any more of this current feature was I had already gotten 3 new, so I was like, well, I'm not going to get any more new ones. But I got 3 new from the featured, so it's 6 new in total from this feature. From today, I'm going to do the cosmic entries, events, 24 entries, epic. Should I make a video? Oh. Well, the only... oh, dear. The only thing with that is, if you want, make a video, but if you're looking for views, something like that, you'd get more views at the beginning of the event, not so many at the end, I don't think. So let's take a look and see who I got for the openings here. So I got Stark Spidey. I don't think I'll max him out at rank 1. I don't think I'm going to take him to rank 2. I got Human Torch and duped him, which I think the only other thing that I would have preferred over the dupe would have probably been Hercules, which I don't know what I would do. I'd probably take Hercules to rank 2, so I would have preferred that over the Human Torch dupe, but I'm quite happy with the Human Torch dupe. And then I got Penny Parker, who I read her info, which I don't normally read champion info. I really need to try her. During this level up, I think I'm going to try to max her out at rank 1. And I will probably take her to rank 2 without really knowing anything about her, because she does seem pretty good, and I like the amount of stuff in here that's talking about her power control. So I'll probably take her to rank 2, and I'll probably use resources for it. There's only 2 fights right now I could see doing with Torch, and I think I could probably get them done as rank 1. So I don't think I'm going to... oh, no. I don't think I'm going to take him to rank 2 right away, but if I do see a need for him at rank 2, I'll probably just use a generic 1 to 2 gem. I've got 3, and I don't have an excess of Science T4CC, whereas I do have an excess of Tech T4CC. So I'll use resources to rank Penny, and probably a gem for Torch. There's just 2 paths. No, there's just 2 fights on 1 path in 736. I think Torch would probably be good for the entire path, but there's just 2 Mystic fights in particular that I'd use him for. I'm thinking I may take Sunspot for the majority of the path, and the Torch for those two Mystic fights in particular. And it's funny because I tried the path. The first fight is not... I think it's the second and maybe the last or second last fight that's the Mystic. So I have Torch as a 5-star, R3, and I tried one of the Mystic fights. Now, I did have Suicides on. Yeah, I did have Suicides on. He was doing okay, but I've never really played him. And he didn't get the opponent down very far. So I was considering taking the 5-star to rank 4, and then possibly rank 5 with a gem. So I was thinking that when the next variant drops, I would try to get through there to get the gems to see if I got a science gem to be able to take Torch to rank 5. But now so now I don't have any desire to get through variant 8 at any quick pace. So yeah, because rather than taking the 5-star to rank 4 or 5, I'll just rank 2 the 6-star. So yeah, so I figured that was overall a pretty decent opening last night. And for the battle chip, so I was going to wait until Sunday, but I figured if I got the battle chips done last night, that would give me today or tomorrow to do that video and post it. So out of the 10 openings for the million battle chips at a time, I ended up with 3 times getting 3750 units. But overall, it was not very pretty. Yeah, so out of the 10 million, I think my unit average was way lower than what I'm not too sure, because I haven't looked at many recent YouTube openings of Thronebreaker battle chips. The only ones I have are the ones from when the Thronebreaker arena crystals were first introduced. But now I have no need to open battle chips. I think I'll be saving until unless I decide to do another 10 million over time. But outside of that, yeah, I don't think I'll be opening any more battle chips until, well, probably until I've got 10 million. And I think maybe even more. Oh, another thing too. So, Relentless, how you doing? I was thinking, like, for the Cyber Weekend offers, I have a feeling that we might see the next featured crystal early, like we did last year. Or possibly maybe a nexus of I think it would have to be of the new featured. But if we saw a nexus of the current feature, I don't... If it was a nexus with 10 choices, I might do it. Just because Hercules would be the only reason, really. Hercules or a DuPont Penny would be the only reasons I'd be interested in that. But if it were a new... the new featured, possibly do that. But I feel I might have less incentive to go for the 10k unit offer if it's a featured crystal, like a regular featured crystal. Okay, so we got about 2 minutes here, so let's switch over screens. Okay, and let's change the camera setting. Okay, so once that goes live, we'll just max out the screen. And the first little bit, though, while they're explaining how things work, I'm just probably gonna continue on with the summoner trials. Ooh, and we'll have that up in the top right hand corner. Or I'll just be doing some auto fighting to get some points for Mystic Combat. So, any numbers you noted down while opening the battleship? Yeah. So I recorded all the numbers, and in the video that I'm going to post for it, I'll do what I ended up with from the 10 million opening. And I think that will go live either Monday or Friday. Probably Monday. And then the featured opening, I'll probably have that go live Friday. T-Dong, how you doing? You are new? Well, welcome to the stream. How is your Friday coming along? So what do you think, Relentless? Who's going to win? Yeah, so Adam, for the battle chip video, I'm just going to do it in regards to the 10 million, and then I'll probably do another one where after I look for a few more YouTube videos of Thronebreaker Arena Crystal openings, and then go over the averages for the regular... Oh, damn, I just stood there. Okay. For the regular battle chips, uncollected, and Thronebreaker ones. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. So that started this time with a 2-minute intro. Normally it's just a 1 minute. Okay, so let's get that to full screen. No, let's get out of Want Happy McMuffins to win, but was actually hoping for Sweeto. His Havoc Pew edits are too good. $10 million. How long were you saving for them? So this 10 million opening, I was opening every time I got a million. So I didn't. It's not an opening of 10 million at once. It's an opening of 10 million over time, starting from beginning of July. Beginning of July until last night. Let's see if Miles is still bugged. I would assume so, because I don't think that they would have changed. Yeah, I would think so. Yeah, because these are all pre-recorded. I would think that the fights were probably all done at the same time. They simply streamed them over a period of time just to, have it go a little bit longer. Yeah, I thought it was interesting though them saying that because the server that the competition is happening on isn't as updated as the live servers. So that, it was a bug that was known, but they never implemented the fix on the Showdown servers. Oh boy. All right, here we go. So I will shut up and we'll listen to what they've got to say. So I will keep the my gameplay up in the top right-hand corner for now, because this is just their description of the competition. And then once the players start their selection and stuff like that, I'll remove my gameplay.
Welcome to Summoner Showdown 2021, where summoners get to showcase their skills for the world to see. And now we have our winners from our 3 qualifier matches of Nameless King Groot, Nameless Scarlet Witch, and Nameless, say it with me now, Hyperion. Now, each region's winners get to meet in the Battle Realm to find out who reigns supreme in their respective region. Then, they get to move on to the final stage. This is Summoner Showdown Semifinals.
Dorky. Oh, you don't like Dave?
Who moves on to the finals? Each region will run a series competition where their 3 winners will go head-to-head in a brand new fast-paced 1v1 competitive experience built on the foundation of last year's Summoner Showdown. Let's check it out. Similarly to last year, all 3 semi-finalists from each region will face off against each other in a series format, putting their brains
I think this portion
to the
as it was pre-recorded, but I think this has been the same each time.
And the glory of Summoner Showdown 2021.
Okay.
All right, now, while this year's Summoner Showdown is similar to last year, there are some key differences. First off, with the new format, all aspects are being played in-game, which gives you a very fast-paced and exciting way to play. And there's some new rules going on here in the way that we score. So John, my main man, take it away.
Thanks, Dave. I'm super excited for the Summoner Showdown 2021 format. Let's go over how you get points in this new mode. So here we have 3 main areas that we're going to be scoring.
I don't know why, it's like his on-counter body language makes me feel somewhat fake talking. I assume he talks differently in real life. Yeah. Well, I mean, he's also doing, for this, he's like an announcer, right? So usually as an announcer, you're going to be a little bit more charismatic and so on and so forth. But he is a pretty charismatic person to begin with, right?
The more points you'll earn. And lastly, if you KO the opponent, we also have attacker HP remaining. That means
but this guy is
the more health that you have,
the
more points.
Well, I mean, I guess they're both employees now, but he's a developer who's responsible for some public relations, right? Like in this kind of sense. Whereas I think Dave's responsibility is what he's doing currently.
They enter into a
because it's Kebab John.
Summoner will ban 3 champions from their opponent's deck. However,
I think they're both Canadian. I think John's Canadian. I'm not sure though.
Until all bans are chosen on both sides for that round. From there, we enter into a snake draft.
So what do you guys think? Do you think it's Happy McMuffins hands down? No question about it. No competition. Or do you think it's going to be? Do you think it's going to be close? Because from what I've seen. I think it's Happy McMuffins.
Alternate 3 rounds of picks and choose 2 champions.
And I know he's got a YouTube channel with plenty of videos. I've never really watched much. I've seen parts of clips. But yeah, yesterday is the most I've ever seen him play. And after that, I'm like, this dude is taking it. I want Happy to win, but Asia might take it. I don't know though. So for the Asia bracket, I was saying earlier, like I didn't see the Europe-Russia, so I can't really comment on that. But for the Asia one, it didn't seem like anybody came out really strong for that. It kind of seemed like it could have been anybody's. But for the Americas, no, it was, yeah.
Followed by both
Happy
setting
dominated
their
that,
respective
man.
attackers. Once a champion is used from the summoner's hands, they can no longer use that champion in any future defense or attack placements for the rest of the match. From there, the match begins, and each summoner will enter into their respective fights. For each round, scoring will be
I just
based on the
auto fight
defender's
through
hit
this to
points
get some
removed,
points for.
time
Ooh,
remaining,
that
and
green
the
screen is not
attacker's
working out too
remaining
well, is it?
health. The first summoner to take the best
Oh,
of
hang
both
on, I think I know
rounds
why.
wins the match.
Un momento.
From there, the summoner with the best set of matches will be the winner of the Summoner Showdown semifinals for their region. That skilled summoner will find
Alright, let's see if
themselves
that's
among the
improved it
best
at
of the
all.
best of their respective regions, waiting
Yeah, I
to take
think
the
so.
throne in the finals of this year's Summoner Showdown. You don't want to miss it. Welcome back.
Seems like I have to walk into the showdown from Asia.
Right now, and I'm with my main man John. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing awesome. Super excited for these finals to get underway. We have some amazing competitors from all over the world that have already shown some amazing fights.
Yeah, man. And you know what? Each one of these finalists swept at least one round in their respective semifinals. Some pretty exciting matches to be sure. Now, we got a chance to catch up with our players and ask them about their decks, nodes, and
Ooh,
strategies.
it's also
Let's see
changed
what they
the
had to say.
quality.
Well, I made a few changes to the deck to
There we
try to
go.
counter the buffet node.
Well, I had to build them differently based on the nodes we have this time.
I'm still keeping my sim deck and masteries. No change to them.
Do you have any maybe teasers you could give us of some of the interesting picks you've got coming into the finals?
Well, I have one of Sweda's favorites again on my team.
Apocalypse, that's for sure. I believe I will see him.
I've made a few swaps. I think I have Spider-Man 2099 in there.
Well, the latest champ as well, Penny Parker. I believe I will see her there inside as well.
I added Despair to try to minimize some
Your
of
spelling
that
was
healing.
way.
Is that possibly a Kamala Khan in the finals to clinch the win?
Not this time.
you'd be very brave to do that one.
Oh man, sounds like we have some boss level strategies ready to be witnessed heading our way with lots of action with this first round one fight coming up. Fintech versus Yandaos.
I still find it odd that they don't have the timer
Fintech versus
showing
Yandaos here.
for how much time
Yeah,
they've got to
excited
make their
see
picks.
the first fight of the finals come in here. We see that penny band coming in for Yandaos. That is a staple of the bands we've seen through almost all of the semifinals. Definitely a tough attacker.
Fintech has
and
been on
defender
KT's
to
chat
deal
a
with.
lot.
So really loving that penny band here.
Like since this
Doing
competition.
right there and
or in
getting
general?
rid of Human Torch. It sounds like he's looking to make some Mystic plays here.
Yeah, I do like the torch band a lot.
Cool guy, lots of knowledge.
If you're planning on
Yeah, so
using Mystics,
I think that's one of the things,
even,
aside from
as an attacker
what you're
or
doing with your
defender,
thumbs,
getting rid of that
like I
human
think
torch
one of the
opens
things
up
that
a
makes
lot of
somebody really good at this game too is just the knowledge of it, right? And understanding how
Yeah, that Doom band is also a
different
great option to get.
Yeah.
champions interact with different nodes or against different champions and stuff.
Player,
Which, I mean, overall, we all have a good idea if we've been playing for a while, but some are obviously have much more in-depth knowledge of it. Never see. I've heard the name before,
for sure.
but I've never watched
Well,
anything
that
of
we've seen
his.
a lot of people bringing in here.
but I
we
definitely
do see
heard
the
the name
Wolverine
before.
Weapon X picked up for Fintech, an absolutely amazing defender. One of the hardest in the game to deal with if you don't have the right option. But it does look like Yandaos has a pretty good option here in that vision.
Yeah, I see that. That's been a very popular choice throughout the Summoner Showdown in the semifinals, and we're seeing it again.
Do you think because of how
Yeah, and
we're
we see
seeing
Mysterio
Vision
as well.
utilized here,
Lots of onus
do you
on
think that
Mysterio,
if,
and specifically the
we see
European
the offer for him
semifinals,
just
we
before
saw him in most
Cyber
of
Weekend
those
that he'll be
series,
picked up a lot more
very
than
powerful
than
defender.
previous
We
times?
do have a different node combination today to deal with.
I mean, he'll be
so interested
cheaper.
to see how he fares up with those. And
But
then
also,
on the other side, we see the
it'll be
mode
right
coming in
after
for Fintech
seeing
as well as Tigra.
just how
Yeah, absolutely.
versatile he could
Tell me a
possibly
little bit
be.
about our node combination today so that we can add some more context to the picks that we have.
Yeah, so similar to last time, we have another super version of
Yeah,
a
I
classic
think so.
buff that our players are used to. We have Super Buffet today, which means whenever you trigger a buff, they will eat that buff, get some health back, and they will also take that buff as their own for the next 7 seconds. So you gotta watch out not to give them too many buffs. We also
don't
have
think I
Window of
would.
Opportunity Stun today to deal with. So Window of Opportunity
I
Stun.
don't know, depending on
there
what
will
the
be a
price is,
timer if
but
you try
I
to
want to
stun
hold
the
on to those
opponent
units
during that timer,
in case
it
I go
will
for that
reflect the
10k
stun
offer.
back to you. Once that timer is
You're
over,
taking up your
you can
AOU?
stun them for the next period of time, and then once it comes back, again, you gotta watch out for those stuns. And as the last one, we have Rich Get Richer, which is the more buffs on either the attacker or defender. Whoever has more will gain more power. But looks like we're getting into the defenders here. Some great defenders and attackers on both sides to pick from.
Yeah, and it's pretty.
I think
open
there's one
season
more
here.
screen
I
where
don't
timer
see
is running so
Fintech
player can tap
using
champs
Tigra
to
as
ban.
a,
That must be another
defender,
screen,
but
isn't it?
right in
We
with
only
that Weapon
see
X,
one screen,
that's
but
a
there are 2
great
players.
pick for him.
Yeah, totally agree. Not a lot of great options to deal with this. Warlock is definitely the marquee one you want to use into that.
Yeah, I know.
Weapon X,
I
but
get what
not
you're
available in
saying.
the draft here. And then we see the
But I
Easy
do
Mock
think that,
coming in from Yandao's.
like what we're seeing right now, where they're doing their picks and stuff, I think that's what they would see on their screen as well. What it could also, you know what? And I just realized this now. The timer might actually be on the bottom part where they've got Summoner Showdown in the name of the 2. That might be where the timer is. And because of that banner, that's why we wouldn't be able to see
as
it.
well. Mysterio has some great heal block potential if you need it. He can apply poisons, which will reduce your healing. So this is also actually a pretty great option as long as he's able to kind of stay in control of the fight, which is by no means.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of it until just now when you were saying that. I was looking at the screen. And then I was like, oh, that could be it. Oh, let's get rid of
So that window of opportunity, you want to make sure that that they are staying clear of that. It's not as menacing as the Super Masochism Stun Reflect, because at least you have a little bit more control over it. So let's see him take advantage of that here.
Yeah, for sure. We're definitely gonna have to keep our eyes peeled on that. Who gets clipped there? It's gonna be some big bleed damage coming in. Unfortunate, but I do like the use of the special one there. So if he has any dots or gets clipped again, he gets a lot of time to try and get that damage reflected back onto Wolverine.
Absolutely. And it looks like Limber had a little bit to do there with that first.
This is not working out very well for him at all. Holy.
Yeah, for sure. And we see Wolverine just ending his rage there. But he's got to be careful right now. Oh, he had the dexterity that he stole from Super Buffet, giving him that extra power with Rich Get Richer, and you see him just trickle up to that special 3. Oh, is the bleed hit?
Just narrowly. Oh, that's a tough one.
Well, it was a KO.
He was going to survive there. Maybe he could have.
It was absolutely a KO. Maybe not the way you were thinking, Relentless.
Not enough time. Took a few hits there unnecessarily. I feel like he may be regretting a couple of those moves there. Limber, I think, was the culprit. Got him attacked pretty early on. That kind of took him out of his stride. But let's see how we do in our next fight.
I don't know why he would have gone Vision for that, actually. Maybe the power control?
Up against Yandao's Ebony Maw. Now, Fintech really loves his Tigra.
Yeah, you can see him going for the spacing on the heavy attack there, throwing that light attack in to try and make sure he gets the heavy. Just falls short on the first one.
Oh, Buddy Lee's going to be proud.
In the corner. And yeah, he knows how to control this character like an absolute beast. And I fully expect him to just give us
good point.
Everything this
but
has to offer.
I don't know, man. I think because you want to come up, you want to start out strong, right?
Attacks to inch himself forward just to make sure that
Vision probably would have been a slower fight there, but I don't know. I feel he might have done better.
Right after a special attack or a heavy attack, in order to really.
Dude, he is just taking this Maw to town. Holy.
Yeah, so far an absolute masterclass on how to use Tigra here, especially
like you said, Relentless. It's Ebony Maw.
Like Ebony Maw. Great stuff here. Has only taken 1 degen. Great job dodging there as well, and really just looking to close this fight out now. Goes for the special 1 to make sure he has his Hunter senses ready to go again. And
man, he just missed it.
No.
But it looks like he's
gonna get him
up for it right here. Can he finish this fight out?
Oh no, he let go too soon. Oh no, it was a falter.
That little
Oof.
on
no.
Tiger.
I mean, he still did far better, though, right? So
Yeah, getting a little bit too
yeah.
aggressive there, but a great fight nonetheless. Excellent work by FinTech, and he will take round 1 there.
okay.
All right, getting into round 2. Let's see who they've got. There's a couple interesting defenders here. We see that FinTech actually drafted the Yellow Jacket. Curious to see if that comes into play. Love to know kind of what the thought is on bringing Yellow Jacket.
Still beat him. Good work, OSD. FinTech.
Yeah, he's definitely a tricky defender to deal with, especially if you get clipped by one of those pesky special ones.
Yeah, and we had a Mojo coming in here. I was actually kind of surprised we didn't see the King Groot drop down as a defender. That healing is already a pain to deal with.
Yeah, I suppose maybe the knockouts
lots
might
of
only
struggling,
matter
and
if you had
he can really take you out. But it looks like
like a tie.
Oh, you almost took him out.
Tie between, like, so if these two,
but switch it to him.
one's going to be 2-1, obviously.
I agree that
But
King Groot could
if
definitely
one
be
is a
tricky, especially
knockout,
with this Rich Get Richer node,
and
that
then
special two
the
is
next
impossible
set of
to
people,
do.
if it was a
Super
2-1
tough,
as
but
well,
I think both
no
players
knockouts, I would assume the
very
person with the
tough to
knockout
deal
would be the
with.
winner.
Mojo, no slouch on defense. I think maybe the game plan here is going with Hitmonkey and just try to get as much damage in as quickly as possible with those 3-hit mediums and those big bleeds.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for here. Let's see how fast he can.
Parasite, how you doing?
If he can take him down at all.
Yeah, for sure, no kidding. Mojo is a super tough defender to deal with. Somebody that benefits from longer fights, and Super Buffet going to help him a ton with that. Great evade there, not actually triggering the right
if he
away.
wins, I
Does
wonder
get
if
it
they
now.
will both be
Looks like he's going
competition
for these
next
5
year. Would be
combos,
fun to watch
going
FinTech and
just
MSD
try
compete.
As much damage as possible in. Yeah, that
That'd be
window of
interesting.
opportunity ticked off during the stun there. So during the
Well, and then after this, you might
kind of
see him
push
more
that
active
he
in
will be
on
sharpening
YouTube
off
though too
the
for FinTech.
debuff. Yeah, Yendo's fighting to get control in this fight again though.
Yeah, he had a bit of control there at the beginning. Had that triple stack of backdraft intercept, which was really great, and he comboed that right.
This is
into
not
the
working
fight
out well for
combo
him at
during
all.
Special. But it looks like he's just going for broke here, pushed him right into SP3, and that's unfortunately how this monkey's going to go down.
Yeah, probably trying to avoid triggering the Super Buffet again there. Doesn't want to heal up the Mojo while trying to bait out a special. Looks like he'll just live here, but that degen's going to come in. Can he keep these attacks going, get that adrenaline?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's
I
Mojo,
think
my
he
man.
probably just needed to launch that special at the end there and
Yeah.
gain the extra damage, as you do gain more health off of specials than you do off of just basic attacks when it comes to adrenaline. So close. He really had a tough battle there at the end.
Yeah, very close fight, and Mojo is a very tough to defender to deal with, but great work by Yandao's there. And let's see if FinTech can answer back and close this one out in a 2-0 fashion. Alright, so we have Mephisto here. Mephisto actually kind of helps you out in this a little bit early with that Soul Imprisonment. You won't be triggering the Dexterity buff at all, which means he won't be triggering Super Buffet.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really liking
Your favorite
this
champion
here.
is Mojo. Okay. I've never used him. I used him for that one Summer Pain week, and that was it.
He is,
Which when I was using him, I wished I was more familiar with him,
so
and I wish I had him at rank 2 at the time.
Yellow Jacket, a great matchup into Mystics. Great at dealing with Unblockable, great at dealing with healing as well. So I'm curious to see if maybe he's able to line up that Meltdown phase and this special 2 with Mephisto's regen if he can get him down to that 30% and just totally nullify it out.
I think he's gonna come out on top, but I think this fight is. I don't think this is gonna be a knockout here.
All right, let's see it. Let's see it in action.
Like the way it's looking, if anything, he might run out of time.
Specials coming out of Mephisto here, though. Lots of Aura of Incinerations going on. Very tough stuff to deal with. He is healing more again, but he is in that Meltdown phase now, so he's going to get all those big bursts of damage, and he's also inverting healing. Looks like
I hate fighting. I know, dude.
Use that as much as possible to trigger the Super.
I never know how he works.
Yeah, not only that, if he's running Mystic Dispersion here, all of those nullifications of the buffs stealing is also going to grant him some power. Looks like he.
Yeah, I think he's still gonna win this, right? But
top up his health here, and maybe give him a second
I
win.
think he's gonna get the knockout.
Really loving the use of Yellow Jacket so far. I think that hero reversal is definitely something a little bit underrated here, and going to help him a lot in dealing with that super buffet node. Just
Maybe.
unfortunate that there's so many Aura of Incinerations coming in here for this Mephisto, making this matchup very difficult to deal with.
Yeah, but he's dancing around here.
Snap.
See if he can. Wow, right there, right on the line. This is
He had to get out of the corner. You big time, dude. Yeah.
You know what? After that special 3 from Yellow Jacket,
Oh,
it's actually
damn.
great
Looks
now.
like he might pull it
Mephisto's gonna be
off.
launching
Okay.
a ton of specials with all of these Aura of Incinerations, and he's just constantly triggering that huge power swing from Yellow Jacket. Actually, such an amazing matchup for Yellow Jacket here.
Yeah, just
Ooh,
narrowly missing.
he's gonna
that
pull it out, I
special.
think.
I think he really,
As long
really
as he
needs
avoids
that.
this
All he has to
L3.
do
Oh
here
no, he
is
doesn't have to worry about his
fade
bait
out,
up
hit a
the L2.
special.
Oh, I know he wanted to hit him. He wanted to hit him there so bad.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, there he goes.
Excellent work. Wow.
Okay,
excellent
dude,
use
that
of
was crazy
Yellow
because it was
Jacket there
not
by
looking
Fintech.
like he was going to be successful
Amazing
there.
Stuff. I was questioning the pick going in, but boy was I proven wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. Same here. So he got himself a 2-0 run, and
He's always my
I mentioned
defender, and
that
he's
he-
my
he had a
MVP
rough
and
time there
Cab
at the beginning,
EQ.
wasn't
Oh,
getting the
okay.
rolls,
I've
got a
never
few hits
thought of him
and
there.
Thought it was over, and he just turned it around, refilled up using adrenaline on that special 3. And just
God,
took the
Fintech's
match
your
at
new
the end.
fave.
That's a very impressive look.
Yeah, for sure. Excellent execution by Fintech there. Some really great drafts too with some, I guess, less popular characters you see there coming in with the Yellow Jacket. Really, really amazing stuff to come up with that matchup and to have that knowledge.
Absolutely. Now, we got some more fights to watch. Next up, we've got Yandows versus Happy McMuffins.
Getting into the draft here, we have round 2, Happy McMuffins versus Yandows. We're getting into the bands immediately. We see that Penny Parker taken out.
Nobody wants to deal
that
with Penny,
is a
eh? I can't
staple
blame
in
him.
this game right now. And we're just coming off of a 2-0 win with Fintech and Yandows. It's looking like 2-0 is going to be the set standard for our matches going forward. So hopefully these guys can pull it off. We got some pretty great bands here. We got the Penny band that you mentioned. We have Mephisto, and we have Bishop, which is also another staple in the contest here.
Yeah, ever since that rework on Bishop, people are really valuing him as a very tough defender. We saw just in the last series here that Mephisto also very tough. Great job
I
on
didn't expect finals immediately. I thought there will be a
down,
day break.
but that
Yeah,
so
I was thinking it was going to be today, but then after the one yesterday,
No, not at
it
all.
took them quite a while
Starting
to
up the snake
post
draft here, we've got Happy
um,
McMuffins with his first choice. He
um,
goes with
like the
his favorite
premiere.
Punisher
to schedule it, so I wasn't too
2099,
sure.
and he's keeping that
Penny is always
color
banned,
tech
yeah.
on, and you saw how effective that was last year.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't wanna
definitely
fight.
an undervalued mastery. Even Happy himself claims it in a really amazing one when you bring the right characters.
Or maybe we're seeing full screen without any cuts, notches, etc. That bottom white bar, maybe that indication.
We see the Void
Bottom
and the
white
Clairvoyant
bar.
coming in for Yandows. Both of those real great jack of all trades. Void gonna be awesome for reversing the healing of the super.
At this
buffet.
point, they should just
So,
say we
yeah,
will allow to
super,
ban you 2
super
champions with
great
Penny on
draft so far on both sides.
it.
Yep, and we've got the
Just take
Spider-Man
Penny out.
2099, there for Happy McMuffins, bringing in no buffs, and we have one of my favorites, the Kingpin, is making a return.
Yeah, great.
They want to
see
get
Kingpin
over this
come through.
ASSP
Another
as
one of
they
those
don't
characters that
know
got a rework and
when
kinda
what
just
bugs can
really
hit in
blowed up
gameplay.
a lot with it. Very powerful defender and attacker. Very useful on both sides, so great to have those jack of all trades.
And Penny doesn't
characters.
need to be awakened, I
Of
don't
course,
think either, right?
Didn't see him in the bands, which
But she's
you can
playable.
almost
She's
guarantee
playable
seeing him in
or
those picks. The
defender.
Mojo
I
pick
think
on
she's
both
fine
sides.
unawakened.
Yeah, I see that. And we've got 2 more to go here. No, actually, we have 3 more to go here. As he's got 4 out of 7.
Mhm.
And I really do like the Spider-Man 2099 pick on Happy McMuffin's side, especially dealing with Super Buffet.
Yeah.
It's because he's not going to gain any buffs, and we're going to get a chance to see what he can actually do if he does make it into the attacking spot.
Yeah, love the Spider-Ham pick here too. Very tricky defender to deal with. That evade coming up, the unblockable he's going to get, applying lots of debuffs to you. You can really never use your special attacks because of the Porker Poppers. Very curious to see if we get to see the Spider-Ham show today. But I see the Nick Fury here, and I got to think about if anyone's going to bring him yet.
But just looking at her awakened ability, it would help as a defender.
In the entire
I don't think it'd be too crucial as
a
a attacker, though.
I'm very
She is the
curious
worst
to
defender
hear
on
about
path
why
3.
These guys haven't been picking it. or if we're going to see it today.
Yeah, you're right about that, because I was wondering, hey, with unblockable specials all the time, Nick would almost be a sure win right there.
Yeah, for sure. But we see the Torch and the Dormammu here. I like the Dormammu pick a lot, actually, because Super Buffet is going to immediately remove the dexterity anytime you trigger it, which means rather than having to sit on it for a little bit like you normally would, he's going to immediately apply that degen to you.
Too bad Mike is disappointed with those Cyclops.
Absolutely. All right, looks like we are.
Well, he's got
live
his
here. So we've got,
Mike's Revenge,
which
right,
is
in the
also
Karina challenges.
another
So
staple of this contest.
Yeah.
I wonder who he's going to pick for his defense.
Yeah, I gotta say you gotta go with a Mojo here. We've seen so much pressure put onto this character and so much onus. I feel like he's been picked or banned in every single series so far. Such a powerful character, but you can see Happy really taking his time here to go through his opponent's roster. Yeah, and he goes with the Kingpin.
Yep, I agree, because that's going to give you double pressure here, because not only is he going to be removing your buffs, but he's also going to be removing your debuffs. So you kind of got nothing in that match.
Yeah.
also, why is there no Havoc in these showdowns?
Either no mutants on the roster here.
I think compared with the other options they've got, he wouldn't be. They probably wouldn't want to use him as an attacker, and there would be options to deal with him relatively easy.
He's going to have to.
So they're not going to use him as a defender.
Have to choose someone that
but yeah, he could definitely be annoying
for him, or I don't know, man.
But I think at the level these guys are, he might not be too annoying.
Attacker, very interesting. Yeah, I think Mojo is a great attacker, maybe a little bit more powerful as a defender. But
Cyclops is above all these champs. He doesn't need to prove himself. Yeah, but he can't wink.
Fights longer. He's going to be able to make sure that the unstoppable that Kingpin has just disappears very quickly. Yeah, we see the Punisher 2099.
He's taking his time. If this is not metaphor, then does it mean no time in this section? No, I think there is a timer for the picking.
Seems like this could be a pretty good matchup for him.
For the picking and the banning.
I agree. Yeah, let's take a look at this match. I'm excited to see the return of Punisher 2099.
Oh, it's snowing out there like crazy.
And Collar Tech.
Yeah, for sure. Gotta think here that he's probably gonna start this fight off with a special one if he can get that battery fully charged and keep it going for as long as possible. Curious to see if he will go for a special 2 in this fight. Armor breaking Mysterio is very handy, and just look at that power. He's gaining almost no power from these combos while this battery is charged up.
Yeah, I am liking this quite a bit. And he goes for the just under the special 2 just to make sure that he can get in another one of those special ones whenever he is ready. I really like that strategy. I'm a big fan of just under the special 2.
Yeah, and just great power control coming out here with that maxed out color tech. If
I
didn't know better, I would assume he's giving him no power whatsoever. Really, really great stuff here. Goes for the special 2. That's a huge armor break, spiking his damage really hard and making sure Mysterio does not have any extra charges.
I don't know how you respond to this, man. Because you know you've got to get a knockout, right?
He actually opted to go for special 1 to special 2, but he finishes off the match with another special 1. He rinsed that fight. I don't think he tried.
Yeah. Well, we've definitely seen Happy put on a masterclass with Punisher before. Absolutely beast mode there with that Punisher 2099 and Collar Tech. That's going to be a really tough
Collar Tech and Punisher 2099 is a power control machine. Looking like it, eh? You know, I could see people start running different masteries and different champions after watching some of this. Especially at the high level wars, because people are changing the masteries probably per fight. I mean, people probably might already be doing that, but after seeing some of this craziness.
Now in the clear, let's see what he does.
Yeah, this is going to be a super tough matchup for Mojo too. You're going to have to be very careful. If he does roll that stun a champion, well, window of opportunity stun is up. That means he will not be able to get that prompt and he will lose his followers. So yeah, gets clipped there. This is a tough matchup. That Kingpin is also healing a ton with those rage because Happy does have willpower on.
Yeah, this is looking really rough. It looks like he can barely whittle down that health there.
Yeah, tons of healing.
He needs that L3 for the general healing.
Gain that he gets with those rages. Really gonna want to try and push him through that. a big boon here is that those degens are passive, so that means Kingpin cannot shrug them off. So hopefully he can get some big damage out of this special 3.
Yeah, I
And
think
no,
going
that
around
was not big
special
damage
one
on
is
that special
going to be
3.
The best bet here for him.
Oh man.
It's really easy.
Any
to
damage
deck.
that's being
You
done,
get a lot of
Kingpin's just
openings.
healing
Looks
up.
like that's the way that he's going right now.
Yeah.
Fortunately,
It worked out so well.
Jumps into the special 2, but now he has a very difficult special to dex right now, and he's just going for damage here. I agree with
Oh
that.
man.
Yeah, for sure. If you have the death field up, you can definitely try to bait that special 2 to help all of his buffs.
So it looks like it's going to be Happy and Fintech.
Going,
Okay.
But yeah, not an easy fight by any means. Just so much healing coming out from the Kingpin here. Barely able to whittle down the HP of such a beefy guy.
Okay.
Yeah, that looks like that's going right to Happy McMuffins.
Yeah, excellent work in round 1 for Happy there. And hopefully we can see...
Yandos doesn't know how to play Mojo. The worst gameplay.
All right, let's take a look.
Getting into the defenders here.
No, he's got, like, I mean, I can't see you picking a champion you're not familiar with for this. I mean, I do it often, but, well, there's a reason I'm not here, I suppose, right?
Not have the unblockable specials this time, so a little bit tougher, a little bit easier to deal with since that special 2 won't be unblockable, but still a very tricky defender.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you on that one. I think Spider-Ham is going to be the way. Yep, there he goes. He picks him up. And for Happy McMuffins, you think he's going to go with that Dormammu here?
I feel like he's got to go with the Mojo. Yeah, I feel like Mojo is the pick here. Such a tough defender. Yeah, for sure. And I'm feeling like Void or maybe a Mortal Abomination here for Yandos could be a really good pick. Yeah, it goes with the Void. Yeah, I agree with that. That's pretty good. If you get some Petrifies there, Mojo does have quite a bit of healing. He also has the Super Buffet, which is going to give him power with Rich Get Richer, as well as healing from Super Buffet. So, yeah, Void is a great pick here. And we see the Spider-Man 2099 come in for Spider-Ham.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one to see. He's gonna have.
You know, I'd kind of like to see.
He's gonna have those exhaustions, and he's gonna go.
So them do the reverse. So like Happy is playing Spidey 2099. The defending is Spider-Ham. So if it were the other way around.
Is the fact that he will never gain buffs. That's going to help you deal with Super Buffet by completely ignoring it altogether. Only downside is he just has to be careful that.
Vision or Spidey 2099.
Get richer, but so far he's doing a great job. Love that he's not going for these super big combos and he's making sure he's safe from the evade for whenever it's up. You see the evade trigger there, and Spider.
I wonder if it counts as a boss node
or.
Or oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So it looks like he's going straight for the
good point
to make sure that he lands that Wither, and then he's going to be able to be placing ruptures on him.
Because yeah, somebody like Apocalypse that would definitely have an effect.
To detonate them. So let's see how he handles it.
Yeah, he's also something worth noting here is he is gaining a ton of health back from these debuffs that Spider-Ham is putting on him. The taunts and the Porker Poppers are helping him stay topped up in this fight big time. That Willpower Mastery is coming in clutch.
Now, I'm wondering if he's going to go for the special.
This is a closer one for him, eh?
And give himself a little bit more safety by landing in a long-lasting slow that he can keep going for pretty much the rest of the match.
Yeah, hopefully.
1 versus 1 is always a boss node defender.
Of those Porker Poppers on him right now, which means that Special 3 could be just a little bit of doom and gloom for him, even in the science.
You're talking about for this, right? Because this is the only place we have 1v1.
Play with him a little bit and let him get that.
Because like in arenas, no.
No, he's gonna try and bait out another special 1. It looks like.
Yeah, I don't know if they've.
Yeah, he needs a little bit of debuff pause.
I don't know if they've said that.
So that he can gain the most effectiveness once he does.
Yeah, for this, okay.
Yeah, for sure. You're gonna want those charges up for Spider-Man 2099. Keep the debuffs on as long as possible, but you can just see his health. He's staying very healthy from all of these debuffs Spider-Ham is sending his way.
Even last year was like that. It counted as boss node. Yeah,
yeah,
it makes sense. Because if you are using a champion that as a defender takes advantage of that.
Mastery of this, and he's taking his time healing with that willpower.
Boy, he's healing up like crazy.
I wonder if he's just gonna stay
Damn.
on that special 3.
Yeah, you know what? These Porker Poppers are not letting up, so not a lot of options for him to get that safely in there without taking some damage back. Doing a great job though of keeping in control of this fight. His timer is getting quite
Jeez,
close.
I might need to start thinking about Spidey 2099
The hit and try to throw
as a
that
rank up.
special attack.
Well, no, because I'm not going to be playing it like this, that's for sure.
Looks like it's going to be tough to finish this match at this point, though.
So he's getting good, yeah.
I agree. Man, but
Happy
his
as a fan of the year
basics are
2099.
Phenomenal here.
Dude, this
He
is,
literally knows exactly what he's doing here on the stage.
Yeah,
I'm going to need to read up on Spidey
almost a
2099 big
yellow
time.
bar here. Can he get the... Oh, gets clipped right at the end.
Mm.
But so much health on Happy there. That's going to net him a lot of...
I know,
points.
man, that healing is crazy.
Excellent fight from Happy McMuffins there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, super tricky defender.
But, I mean, those are non-damaging debuffs too, though, right? So...
Great work with that Spider-Man 2099. And the pressure is really on for Yandaos now. He's going to need to fight tooth and nail to get that first win of the series. Let's see if he can do it.
Okay,
This is going to be annoying, fighting against the characters
going
you... Oof.
and I'm wondering if he can actually gain those
You just
supplies.
used...
Maybe
Oh, he
help
gets
him
one.
out there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he gets it. You know, we've been seeing a lot of lucky rolls on Petrify throughout the series here. Like, people that really, really needed it. ended up
Happy's
getting
got some skills, yeah,
Boyd
dude.
is very generous with those.
I don't think you make it this
Petrifies.
far back to back without knowing what you're doing.
Another one unlucky on the second one. Maybe he gets it on the third. Lots of buffs here on the Mojo though. He's gonna have to watch out for the
Karate Mike
that
loves him too.
dexterity up right now. Means that
I know
Mojo's
people,
continuously-
like initially it was looking like he wasn't too good, but now that people have been using him, they're liking him a fair bit. When I got him, I'm like, I'm not going to do anything with him, but I haven't read his info, so I need to do that.
That special one, which I think was actually really important.
Yeah, no way Yandaos can win with victory. Yeah,
To help him get.
yeah, no, I think it's over for him for sure. So it's going to come down to FinTech and Happy.
Oh,
So
Mojo had some mercy on him.
yeah, I really like actually opting into just holding the block there so Mojo doesn't do the degen to you from nullifying. As you see there, when he triggers the dex, Mojo will do the nullify, or Super Buffet will do the nullify, which means Mojo will be applying a degen to you. We call him Nojo because nobody wants to fight him.
Oh, that's rough.
That's right.
That is rough.
Super tough fight there, especially on this node combination. Really great try by Yandaos there, but man, is Mojo just such a tough defender to deal with.
Yeah, man, and hence that's why he gets banned. So looks like Happy McMuffin
Okay.
gets another 2-0 sweep. This guy is sweeping the nation and this competition.
Yeah, if we're not careful, he might just sweep the whole world. But of course, he has one more competitor to go up against. Can he also take down his final opponent?
So I think FinTech had a 2-0 as well,
We
right?
got Happy McMuffins versus FinTech. Now, I don't know, man. It kind of feels like, you know, when you're like watching a game and you're like, dude, are we gonna see another triple double here? And that's kind of what it feels like with this whole sweeping thing. This dude is sweeping all the way through, and he has the chance to sweep the entire series.
Yeah, for sure. But of course, FinTech also swept his first series here
Rip
as
Yen.
well. Both of these guys coming in with a vengeance, really gunning for that finals. And we see the Tigra ban here from Happy McMuffins. Definitely has done his
Yeah, this is gonna
research.
be interesting.
He knows about FinTech's Tigra.
Yeah, that's gotta sting, man. He's gotta see that and be like, oh.
Oh yeah, definitely. I would be a little heartbroken on that one, but looks like he's ready to answer back. I really like this Scarlet Witch pick here. She is a very powerful character.
Yeah, especially in this series. I think it's
As
surprising
Donk said, just
people
select
that
two
did end
bads.
up going up against
Betty
her,
auto bad.
just how powerful she actually is.
Yeah, I think a big part of that too is a pretty unfamiliar character. A lot of people haven't played with her. Still need those sigil tokens to get that 6-star. So yeah, I think it's an awesome pick, and we see the vision here for Happy. Love that pick. Vision has been amazing, especially with that collar tech mastery.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
If I could definitely see if I were
a live action fight versus WandaVision here.
Yeah, no kidding.
interested in war, regardless of where in war I was.
Up on
I
both
could
of
see, like after seeing how this scholar tech
great
is working
choice
out
so far
for
by
them,
both players. Love seeing this yellow
depending
jacket
on the fight or the
as
lane,
well. Totally
specking
surprised us
into
with
that
an amazing
per
counter. We
war
see
kind
the
of thing,
pistol
or even
on the other side.
no, I wouldn't go per
I bet
fight.
you he's
Hell
hoping to show
no,
that
but
matchup
I could see
off
doing it
again.
per war.
Yeah, man, and of course I'm loving the Ma pick from Happy McMuffins. He's such a beast on both offense and defense, especially in this contest. I'm excited to see how this all plays out.
Yeah, I think Ma has quietly been one of the most powerful picks we've had here. He's picked on Fintech's side as well, but we also see the Mojo. Mojo, I don't think anybody's been able to take down yet in the entire showdown. Very, very tough defender to deal with.
Yeah, I agree. And we've also got a Ma on the other side there as well, including a Warlock, which is a staple of safety on offense. But
you have 3 points in contact? Okay.
Defense.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I have it. I have the first level unlocked, but I've never. I don't think I've ever used it.
Again, another staple of these series, and Sasquatch, another one. These guys are really seem to be gravitating towards those very versatile characters, where in a pinch you can use them as an attacker if you need to, but they're also a great defender.
Yeah, absolutely. And one more note on that Warlock, being able to block the healing. And then trigger off that power drain is going to be really helpful. So it's looking like that's going to be more of an offensive pick there.
Yeah, totally agree on that one. Warlock, a great power control character, especially if the opponent's using willpower. We know that Happy is running willpower, so that's going to be very helpful. We see the Hercules picked up here. Very interesting. We actually haven't seen Hercules played at all outside of the qualifiers. A very powerful character, but he's got to be kind of.
So who's going to win between these
really
two?
Tricky fights.
Happy or Fintech?
Yeah, there's a little bit of building and ramping him up that's required. I think there's just too much going on here for him to be a viable champion to take the win.
Yeah, and definitely a little bit of a risky play style going for all of those intercepts, which we have seen.
Never ran contact, but interested in that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I think
it can be very
a lot of people will be taking a look at that.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, we are up on our first defensive pick. I don't know. I'm feeling the Ma here, man. I'm feeling the Ma here, because. Oh no, he goes Sasquatch.
Interesting. Yeah, I like it. I like it. So we saw Scarlet Witch come in for Fintech. I'm feeling you've definitely got to go with one of the visions here. Try to just keep her under wraps, power control the whole time.
I want Happy to win, but Fintech has some skills. I'm gonna. Okay.
Curious to see if he goes for that. Can probably try to go for the Warlock as well. That's a very.
I feel Happy's gonna win actually.
Unfortunate thing here with that one is Sasquatch is immune to armor break, which means you're going to miss out on those really, really valuable debuffs, and you're not going to be triggering willpower nearly as much, so the power control is much weaker in that fight. But speaking of power control...
But we'll see after how this first one goes.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you think of his choice of Age of Ultron vision versus our OG vision here?
Yeah, so personally, I still think OG Vision is definitely the more powerful option. He has a little bit easier time.
That might not be a good way to start things here.
The plan here of reserving him for maybe a harder fight later, maybe a more aggressive power gain fight. So going in here with the Vision Age of Ultron, definitely going to still be able to deal with this Scarlet Witch, but still has that ace in the hole of the other Vision.
Yeah, I'm really liking this choice here.
Okay, he's making up for it now.
I think is absolutely essential in keeping his opponent up against the wall and make sure that he continues to steal from them and also gain power on his end. I'm liking this decision.
Yeah, I totally agree. And as we've seen a few times already, excellent work here, keeping the opponent in the corner, landing some super...
This is almost like the MCOC fight for him.
And draft back intercepts over and over again. Just great play so far.
Absolutely. This is literally like
Go Happy
in real time.
Yeah, for sure. And you know what? We have no reason to doubt that he's not got this one in the bag now. We've seen Happy time and time again absolutely crush it on this Vision. And
this is going to put the pressure on Fintech, though.
Yeah, I've got to say, man, you can really tell the difference between someone who just kind of does backdraft intercepts and hopes that it works versus someone that does backdraft intercepts and knows that it's going to work.
Yeah, it does get clipped there, but he's able to recover, getting close to that special 3.
Ooh, he needs to use up that adrenaline. Yeah, there you go.
Definitely a good call going for this one. Gonna get a ton of that HP back with adrenaline. Gonna keep him healthy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and getting close to that Assassin's Rage as well. 1 or 2 more combos, and he's gonna be doing some huge damage.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, take a
So I
look
wonder
at
if after
his
this,
attack
people are going to be
pattern.
trying to
Because
recruit Happy into
sometimes
their
he'll attack and
alliance
he'll wait
at
just
the
a
Masters
second
level.
before
He's probably already in
he
Masters
backs him up
anyways,
because
though,
he's
but
actually reading what the opponent is doing. Other times he'll go right away knowing that they're going to follow. I think that's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, he's doing an excellent job.
damn.
Very good
Okay.
play here, and great job
Gonna
getting
put the
back in
pressure
that
on
fight and
Fintech big
regaining
time.
control of that Scarlet Witch.
I agree. That was a fantastic view, man. Anybody else taking notes? I did. It's right here on the floor. I will read them later.
Yeah, for sure. Excellent stuff. And
Stop snowing.
now it's up to Fintech to see if he can live up to the potential of what Happy just put out there.
All right, let's check it out.
Yeah, so this matchup's going to be super tough. You see the armor up immediately eaten there by Super Buffet, so hopefully he will be able to get back. Let's see, yeah, this timer.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna stay on, man.
Yeah, this timer's going to be super rough for him. He's going to be always eating these armor ups every single time they come up, unless he triggers Dex. And the other thing that's going to be super tough with this one too.
This is not a good way to
like I
start.
mentioned earlier, Sasquatch is immune to armor break, which means he will not be debuffed very often, and you can really only rely on that special one to power control.
I don't know if he
And,
intentionally
looks
pushed
like
for that
Happy threw
L3.
on a bit of Mystic Dispersion there, man. Because every time he lost his armor up, he was gaining a pretty nasty amount of power.
Yeah, that's definitely something we've seen a lot with Happy in these games, is he has just a great mind for
I don't know why
everything,
he's
great mastery.
pushing him to that L3 so
Color
much.
10,
Huh.
Mystic Dispersion.
I mean, I
really
get that he's
knows
gaining
where
power like crazy, but
really seems to have an
ooh,
amazing plan.
oh,
Ooh.
oh.
Yeah, hit there. Yeah, very, very rough stuff for Fintech
Wow.
there. As you saw there, yeah, that special 2, normally you'd apply the armor breaks and it would just be easy street for Warlock, keeping you power controlled for the rest of the fight, but Sasquatch is immune to those. So, yeah, great round 1 there, and it'll go to Happy McMuffins.
I'm always
Yeah,
running
that,
Gilly
not
2099,
only
Warlock in the
showing
roster,
him
so
how to fight,
Color Tech is so
reading the
useful
AI
for
and
me,
just
especially
having
when the
some
match
fantastic
against Cosmic, so I run
but
3
also
points
being able
always.
to
Okay.
read his defense, because that is the other half of the strategy. If you don't have that,
Yeah, I don't run
you're
any of
very
the
many games.
class-specific
Yeah, for sure.
masteries.
Excellent mastery setup on both the attack and the defense.
I think
front
I have them
there.
all
Color
unlocked,
Tech
though.
coming in clutch with those Punisher and those Vision fights, keeping him super, super topped up on his power and his opponent.
I would have used
down
Yellow
on
Jacket,
theirs.
but I bet he's
And
saving
love
him
the
for
color to the
Mephisto.
Mystic Dispersion there, too.
Possibly,
Definitely
but
made that Sasquatch matchup significantly hard.
I don't think it's going to matter now.
Absolutely. All right, let's check out our round 2. We've already got one in the bag here for Happy McMuffins. Let's see if Fintech can stay in the game.
Yeah, so looking at Happy's defenders here, I'm thinking maybe the Maw, he could answer the Maw with the... I feel like, yeah, he's got to use the Yellow Jacket here on Fintech's side. Maybe you go in with the Kingpin, but I'm feeling the Mephisto and the Maw are definitely very tough defenders.
Unpopular opinion, but I don't like suicides.
Yeah,
Oh,
I agree. You went
there's
with
quite a
the
few people who
Mephisto.
don't.
Okay, well, he already
Um,
got the experience on that one, so I'm
I
pretty sure he's
think
gonna be
more than
picking
anything, the people who
that,
really
Yellow Jacket.
utilize them are the
On
arena
his side,
grinders,
I think Mojo's
myself.
the
Like I always
only
have
clear choice here.
suicides
Yeah,
active,
go with
but it's
Knull,
only because of
Ebony
doing
Maw.
arena.
Yeah,
If not for
you know
arena,
what?
I wouldn't have them
Actually
active.
didn't even see it. My bad. I love Ebony Maw. I haven't said it
If Happy
that
gets a
okay, here
KO,
goes.
that's a wrap. Yeah, yeah.
Ebony Maw, a great defender for sure. I think we've seen a little bit more onus on the Mojo. Mojo maybe performed a little bit better, but Maw is no slouch for sure, especially in this format. He's very tough to deal with, and we get to see
Man,
the
he's
Yellow
just-
Jacket
he's
versus
so
the Mephisto
dominant.
matchup again.
Or
That
Happy.
was so great in that earlier fight.
You think he'd be happier about
Yeah,
it?
I'm looking for that rematch. But he's fighting him on a different mastery set this time, man. It might be a little bit tough.
Yeah, you're totally right. He's going to have a bit of a difference coming in here. But yeah, Happy coming in with his OG vision. As I was talking about earlier, he had this ace in the hole. He's got another great power control option, but this is going to be an easy fight by no means. Having those falters come in and this window of opportunity.
I grind arena, but I really don't want to waste units to reset mastery when I need to do quest.
Ooh, yeah,
Yeah, hard parry there, man.
yeah, tough stuff for sure. Getting back in control though, great special 2 there.
I'm wondering if he's going to have a chance to... He's trying to bait out a heavy here, I think, to return heavy to stop that focus.
Yeah, that's going to be the really tricky thing. Having those non-contact basic attacks as well as this window of opportunity stun. Wow, look at Fintech's definitely got maxed out limber though. There's no chance he can land a heavy off of those.
It's gonna be a
I'm sure
close
he's aware
fight,
of that
I think.
now, so yeah, you're right. I think that
He's got Ma a little bit lower than he is, but
Yeah, maybe he can inch in there a little bit. Maybe back off of the heavy, light attack in, and wait for it. I don't know. That's a tough one, man.
Yeah.
I do not envy that.
Yeah, no kidding.
I think
but
so
it
long
does
as
look like
everything
he's
keeps
doing
going the way
a
it
great
is,
job
he's
of
got
managing
this.
Falter hasn't missed a single hit yet, which means Mon's gonna have a much harder time applying those degens, and really just excellent work managing the Ma in this fight by Happy.
Yeah, absolutely. And he is in Black Tongue right now. That timer is going to be up in just a little bit, so he's going to have to keep his distance and try not to hit him here. Otherwise, he's going to end up with degen, so he's going to back off. He clears it out. I think he's doing really good here.
Yeah, no, really, really great job. This is a super difficult
he's
fight
got
to
this.
deal with. Lots of things to keep in mind with Super Buffet, with the rich get richer, and with all of these Falter debuffs coming in every so often. So many moving pieces in this fight.
Did I speak too soon?
Clip right at the end there.
Oh
Oh
boy.
The special 2, get that adrenaline heal.
Yep, he got the adrenaline heal. Dude, masterclass in here. Looks like he's also a pro at clock watching. Knew exactly when to back off and is clearing it up. Dude, it looks like he's just got him on a rhythm here, man. I think I'm calling it. I think I'm calling it. He's got this one in the bag.
Well, it's pretty easy to say just as he KOs him.
Great fight by Happy McMuffins. Super.
Pretty
super
easy to
good.
say he's got it in the
Super
bag as he
difficult
KOs
fight
him.
to deal with there. So many moving pieces with that Ma on
Okay.
the window of opportunity and Super Buffet, but he absolutely.
So then I wonder if there's any need. There's probably no need for the next fight, is there?
Just to really sell the difficulty that's going on.
Well, no, because I guess
a
he could
lot
still
of
possibly
multitasking
win the
to keep
round.
track of. Not only are you keeping track of your
Yeah,
buffs,
'cause it's
you're keeping
by
track of what's going
round.
on the other side. You're also keeping track of that vision, which has no timer, but you have to wait for that. You gotta wait for that power to come in while watching the falter, as well as watching your focus timers, and then the Black Tongue. That's a lot of stuff to put in, and then still
It
have
did,
a showing
Rex,
like that. I think that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, if you
Happy's
notice,
on
there's
revenge?
a
Yeah,
great
dude.
Juggler over here with
Yeah.
Happy McMuffin.
So it's
Excellent
Muffin? Yeah, I
work,
think so.
But we're gonna have to see if Fintech can answer it back, and
Because I think the
into
only.
the round of
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Because he has to have a
See the solo
knockout.
imprisonment
And
here
he,
again.
yeah, because if
Helping
anything,
out
it would
early
end up
on,
being
making sure that
2-1.
dexterity will not trigger. And the
Wait, was
team
Fintech
energy
still
resist
2-0?
on our
2-0
boy
for-
Yellow
he-
Jacket, helping him survive through these incinerates.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he needs a knockout
this
here.
is-
If no
it's a
knockout here,
couple
then
hits there, gets
absolutely.
a reverse intercept from Mephisto, which is always unfortunate. He's going to have to bait this out. Oh, man, he
Oh.
goes right into the special 3. It's basically a repeat of last fight.
He'd have to have a
See if he
faster
can actually
KO, yeah.
up And finish this out like he did last time.
Yeah, big time. He's not been able to get as many hits in so far, which means that that meltdown charge has not been built up nearly as much. He's gonna have to be a little aggressive here and hope that he can get some hits in on this Mephisto. Great intercept there. Yeah, good stuff here, baiting these specials out. But yeah, lots of healing coming in here from this Mephisto. And
Yeah, it's going to be even harder now that the soul imprisonment is gone. He's going to be feeding him. There he goes. He just fed his power bar.
Oh,
Ah, man.
that was so
that's,
close to that L3.
This looks tough, man. It doesn't look like he's breaking that health down at all.
yeah, no kidding. Definitely looks like the
I think
big
that's it.
difference here being that Mystic
I think that
Dispersion
L3 is going to end it for him.
a ton with this Mephisto just gaining tons and tons of power. Ooh, but that Petrify is actually saving him from the special 3.
Oh,
Yeah,
snap.
that's a really, really great piece there. I thought he was finished there for a second, and
Yeah.
looks like
I think everybody did.
The second piece here.
Yeah, no kidding. Excellent work there, getting that Petrify in.
They scored the bottom, Muffins just won, so yeah.
Reset. So Mephisto will be gaining health until he builds that.
So
health
so
again.
Fintech needs
Once
just
he
to
does,
tie
he'll
it
be able to handily get that health
to
down
even
again.
stay in.
Yeah, absolutely. And he gives him that special attack right away. I'm pretty sure he's happy about that. He's got to build back up to that special 2 here. I don't know, man. I don't know. This is a nail biter.
Yeah, no kidding. I think Fintech's doing an excellent job here. Oh, we might get a special 3.
I remember someone from 2020 Showdown could not text Mephisto's
SP1.
SP1.
But I think he's done a
I
great
mean,
job
shit
with this
happens,
fight.
right?
That Mystic Dispersion added by Happy is a absolute game changer.
Yeah, man. Again, another mastery in mastery that's showing us. You get to see Happy playing whether he's actually playing or not.
Yeah.
But this is getting very, very close. I hope that he can take this down. He's so close to the special too. To drop in that petrify, he's got it.
Excellent
Bam.
stuff. Yeah, and you know what was actually great there is he actually triggered Mephisto's regen during the meltdown core, which means all of his healing will be reversed, so he won't be gaining any bonuses.
He did
from
3
it.
fails in a row.
This is gonna be a close one.
Dude,
This
I want to see him
he's in that assassin
win
range,
here, like
and that power
win
stance
this
is going
fight,
to
get a
do
knockout.
huge damage. He
No,
pushes him to his
no,
So
oh,
close, my God.
oh no.
Awesome fight by FinTech, though.
That
is not an easy
sucks.
one to deal with, and he did such a great job.
Oh wow.
Back, even though
Well,
Happy
congratulations to Happy
Mastery
McMuffins.
maxed out there. Really, really great fight coming out of FinTech.
Yeah, man. I don't think that there was really anything that he could have done. It looks like he did everything right with that champion. It just looks like that.
Man,
mastery
Happy was
a
not
little
messing
too
around this
powerful
year,
for
was
him.
he? Holy.
He got all the way to the end, just narrowly missing it.
Yeah, couldn't have asked for much of a
Yeah, he got
closer series.
KO'd.
But
Yeah.
with that, Happy McMuffins does take round 2, and he wins the series, meaning he is our champion of Summoner Showdown 2021.
Okay.
Yeah, and not only that, he swept yet another one. That is just astounding.
Yeah, actually just insane. What an amazing performance. Completely undefeated in the
Second clean
entirety
sweep,
of
yeah.
Summoner Showdown 2021. You can tell that he was upset about that loss last year, and he came back swinging.
Absolutely. All right, man, without further ado, let's go ahead and check out our players, our runner-ups, and of course, our champion. Congratulations on making it this far, my man. How are you feeling about your performance?
Well, my feelings right now, I would say mixed feelings. One thing is that, well, although I felt that I could have put in more effort and to play much better, but overall I think that to reach this
I'll be right
far, yeah, I'm pretty happy for my achievement. It's considered a milestone unlock.
Yeah, excellent work. Yeah, you were, obviously one of the top 3 summoners for 2021 here. An amazing feat of itself, beating out some veteran players in your region as well. I'm curious if you've got any, takeaways from this, anything you might want to try and change in your strategy for next year.
Well, I will not know whether I will participate next year, but if I were to, I guess I will have to do my homework well by studying how the other players play, to gain a better knowledge of the skills, and also to read up more about and to study harder about those champions' abilities, to see how they interact in different situations, and of course to work around with my masteries as well.
Yeah, on that note, when we spoke earlier, you had mentioned that you weren't changing your strategy or your deck or your masteries. Do you feel like that maybe hurt you in this round?
I would say it could be. It may hurt a bit because I wasn't expecting to face a number of defenders that I thought I wouldn't face. So yeah, I guess that because of that, yeah, it gave away the fight basically.
Yeah, fair enough. Well,
Congrats,
I think
Yandev, making top
amazing,
3. Yeah,
excellent
dude.
work so far.
It's an
Maybe give
accomplishment
us
right
what
there.
you thought was your favorite fight or one of the favorite moments you had of Showdown this year?
Well, Showdown this year, I would say that it's for both the semis and the finals.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess one of the good fights I felt was the fight against Happy McMuffins I was fighting his Mojo, I believe, if I didn't remember wrongly. Yeah, I was using Void.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
a
that was
couple of
broke
times
my heart with the crap
I
Mojo.
made mistakes, and I thought I was gone, but some reason I just felt, hey, just tough it out. So yeah, although I couldn't KO his opponent, but I felt that it was a pretty good fight. I survived longer than I expected to. So yeah, I'm pretty proud of that.
Yeah, excellent work on that fight for sure. We all know that Mojo is no slouch here. Definitely one of the most popular picked ones here. And yeah, excellent work in that fight, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Well, Yandows, thank you so much for taking some time to speak with us about your strategies and how you felt about this match. You did absolutely fantastic. Getting this far, congratulations once again, and hopefully we'll see you next year.
Hopefully too.
All right, now next up, we got FinTech. Let's see what he thought about his performance. All right, our next runner-up here, we've got FinTech. My man, congratulations for making it this far. Your fights were pretty astounding all the way through. Just wanted to ask you, how did you feel about your performance in the finals here?
I'd say I did pretty well. Of course, I could have done better, but I mean, I have no regrets. I played as well as I could have.
Yeah, totally agree. I think you played phenomenal. We saw you absolutely crush in the qualifiers. We saw you kill it in the semis. And I'm curious, maybe do you have anything that you might have want to change with your strategy in the finals here? Something that you feel like you maybe could have brought to the table to help you out a little bit more?
Not really, nothing that I can think of right now. I got pretty unlucky with my pulls against Happy McMuffins, but you play with what you have.
Yeah, for sure. One thing I did see in your draft that I wanted to ask you about, I saw in that, I think it was round 2 or round 3 against Happy, you opted in for the Ebony Maw over the Mojo. We'd been talking a lot about Mojo back here, and I wanted to get your thoughts on that pick.
Yeah, I was just taking the AI into consideration there. It likes to save for the SP3 and like stand and do nothing, so I figured...
So he's under 20, right, FinTech?
Probably kill him.
He's like 18 or 19?
Yeah, fair enough. A great pick nonetheless.
Yeah, and we all know that you really, really love Tigra. And when we saw Happy McMuffins ban her, it was like a shot through the heart. Like, what were you feeling at that moment?
I was a little disappointed, but I can see why he did that.
He was out for blood for sure. I gotta ask though,
19,
how did you
okay.
enjoy everything? Maybe give us a favorite moment of the finals or the semifinals. How did you enjoy it all?
I really liked it. I had a good time here. Met some great people. My favorite moment from the finals, I'd say, was when I got to use Tigra for the first and only time this tournament.
Yeah, and you're an absolute beast on that character, as we all know. So excellent work in that fight specifically.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the community is going to have a really great time watching that fight and maybe learning a few things on the way. All right, gotta love that humility, and I really think that we may see him again next year. Now, we do have our finalist, our champion of the Summoner Showdown 2021. Let's bring in Happy McMuffins.
Is he gonna be happy? Nope.
And without further ado, we have our Summoner Showdown 2021 champion, Happy McMuffins. Congratulations, dude, for making it all the way to the end. I feel maybe you're feeling a little bit vindicated here.
Absolutely. Last year, it wasn't too great to lose like that, to lose by one hit, but I'm glad that I was able to come back and get the victory this time.
Yeah, big congratulations, man. Love seeing you come back with a vengeance
you
here.
leave the chair.
Absolutely crushing it. Just curious, maybe walk us through what your favorite fight of the finals was here.
Well, I think for, this whole thing, my whole MVP has been Collar Tech. Like, that mastery is really, really good. All of my tech fights this round were really smooth. The Punisher 2099 was probably my favorite one. But the Vision fights, both of them, they went pretty smoothly. And yeah, I really love that mastery.
Yeah, love to see it.
Yeah, me too, man.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it's a fantastic
we
mastery. Seeing you discover it last year, having Punisher 2099, and seeing you figure it
Oh,
out.
well,
live,
thanks for the follow.
We saw like the gleam in your eye, and you're like, man,
Hanging out,
that's a lot
watching
better
the
than I
Showdown,
thought
are
it
you?
was, with
Yeah,
Punisher
good.
2099, and seeing that return was actually pretty fantastic.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Totally agree. So, Yeah, loved seeing the Punisher 2099. Loved the vision. Also saw you bring out the Spider-Man 2099, which we talked to you about earlier today. Just want to get your thoughts on how that matchup went up too, because Spider-Ham is not an easy defender.
Yeah, that one didn't go as smoothly as I had hoped. He was able to obviously counter the buffet, and I was able to survive the fight and get some health off of him, but I couldn't really do my special, so I couldn't really rack up the damage, and his damage output isn't too high to begin with, so I timed out in that fight, but it ended up working out.
Yeah, and this was actually a masterclass in not only how to fight in fights, but a masterclass in sweeping. Dude, you swept the entire series, swept every fight in the semifinals, and you swept the finals itself. That's quite astounding. Stupendous, actually.
Work, I'll be right
Yeah,
back. All right, dude.
It went pretty smoothly.
I'll be
I'd
here.
say.
I couldn't agree more. You did an absolutely awesome job in not only the semis, but the finals. Like Dave said, you swept all of them, didn't drop a single round. Absolutely awesome stuff, and congratulations again, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. So, what message do you have for your fellow finalists after taking the win? Was this a difficult thing for you? Did you feel really comfortable going through? Were you feeling like in your groove the whole way? Like, give us some insight here.
I felt pretty comfortable going in. I'm familiar with FinTech, and he's really good with Tigra, so I knew I had to ban Tigra because he probably would have won one of those rounds if he was able to use Tigra. But yeah, I think it worked out pretty well.
Oh, I'd say so. You're taking home the trophy. Well, Happy McMuffins, thank you so much for coming and giving us some insight here on how you got through these matches, some of that inside baseball, and some of those strategic moves, which was
Justin,
actually pretty
how you
great.
doing?
As you mentioned, that Tigra banning, and
He said
pushing the
yes.
win at the end. So hopefully, maybe we'll see you around next year as a returning champion. You never know. There's lots of emerging summoners out there that really feel like they might have a chance next year. So we'll see you then.
Well, I'll be back.
Well, there you have it, folks. What an amazing Summoner Showdown 2021, and we crowned our brand new champion with Happy McMuffins. What an absolute beast of a player. John, what did you think?
Yeah, I thought he was amazing. He showed an absolute masterclass today in the contest, totally dominating the Battle Realm. Not only did he sweep the semifinals, he also swept the finals. He didn't drop a single round in the entire tournament. Absolutely amazing performance by a winner, Happy McMuffins.
Yeah, man. Dude, I can't even see the bar. He set it so high. So, next year, our summoners have a lot of work to do to break that record.
Yeah, absolutely. And I hope that we get to see some returning faces next year too. We had some wonderful competition from all 9 of our competitors here in the Summoner Showdown, and I hope that we can see them come back and try to get back into the finals again next year.
Absolutely, I agree.
Roger,
Now, if you
how you
did
doing?
like the Summoner Showdown, make sure that you click like, subscribe, follow, comment, and share. We've got some pretty exciting stuff on the way, and you want to stay updated on it. Trust me on that. Now, remember, stay dorky, and we'll catch y'all in the Battle Realm.
Okay. Well, so we just watched people who were like, well, professionals basically. Now I'll show you how things are really done. I'm gonna read the 6 stars of the featured. All right. I don't think I've done. No, I haven't done any fights in the featured. Actually, let me. Yeah, no. Let's go. Let's. Wait, I think we have T4B. Crap, it keeps. Yeah, fine. Let's go for the featured. What to do when he says stay dorky? Well, stay dorky. That's what to do. So yeah, that was it was interesting, but I gotta say, like, Happy was so dominant. It was like, you know, he was just doing some arena fights and not losing his streak. And he didn't lose his streak. Yeah. Okay. Does anybody know what alliance he's in? 'Cause I'm assuming it's a Masters alliance. And if not, I would be pretty sure that you would see people from Master Alliances sending him messages in the next little while. Oh, snap. Okay. What did he win? I don't know if it's the same rewards as last year. But I think last year the rewards were worth $5,000. So it wasn't any monetary reward, but it was I think did they get a new device? They keep the streaming equipment that they're sent in order for them to be able to participate in this portion. And then last year they got to pick any playable champion in game. 6-star duped at R3. So I would assume it would still be at R3. I don't think it would be at R4 for this year. Dan, how you doing? What you got going down? Yeah, I'd assume it's... Well, knowing Kabam, there's probably been no increase in the rewards. So the rewards are probably the same or a little less than last year. He's in a Plat 2 alliance at the moment? Okay. Although he might be somebody that's, just sticks with the alliance that they're in, right? Yeah, you know what? So me saying the thing about Masters Alliance is reaching out to him, I'm pretty sure that's already happened. So yeah, he's probably somebody that will just stick with the alliance that he's in. But damn, what a showing. I'm doing well. Roblox is broken. What's Roblox? I came here from another video autoplay. Okay. You got the in-game title Fantastic Finalist. Okay. Oh, from last year. Ah. Cool. No. Wait, yeah, I'm assuming that would be from last year. I wonder if we'll start seeing more of him on YouTube. Although he was already relatively known from last year. Roblox is a game with 500 million downloads. Okay, I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is. Like what type of game it is. Did you see the rewards for next month? The chance for 6-star Hercules. For like the featured Cav. 2020 title. Okay. It's like a game with mini. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, we will not be taking that. Let's do this one. No, I didn't see any of the stuff for next month. I think the only thing I know about next month so far is that the side quest is titled Cataclysm, after the YouTuber, I'm sure, and the new champions for next month. Oh, and the buffs. That's about all I know for next month. Did he show emotion whilst winning? Not really. Not really, dude. He was just doing his thing. Yeah, I don't know what it would take. 'Cause I could see, like, especially considering, like he wanted to redeem himself from last year, which he did. You'd think that he'd be a little bit more. Well, I mean, I guess he's not going to jump up and down on stream, right? But although, I mean, there are people who are just pretty even keel the whole time, right? Who won? The person that do you want me to? Well, if you're asking, you want to know. Well, I'm sure somebody in chat will answer. Two different cab crystals with chance of Hercules. One side quest and one for. Oh, okay. Interesting. I think out of this current feature, I have everybody out of it that I could possibly want. So I wouldn't be going for Hercules. So I wouldn't be going for the current featured crystal trying to get Hercules, but knowing that he's going to be there, still an opportunity to get him will be nice. Oh, damn. Which way do I want to do this? I guess he's more reliant on... Yeah. He stayed calm like anger danger. It was happy ending, Lawrence. Yeah, but he didn't look too happy about it. Well, it's a happy ending for him, not for FinTech or Yandos. Some guy from Singapore. That was last year. Anger Danger won last year. Actually, no, I'm not sure if Anger Danger is from Singapore. But he was from the Asia region. I don't even know if he competed this year. He didn't make the semis. And I don't think I saw his name on any of the qualifier rounds. So he may just not have bothered at all. Yeah, McMuffins was for the Americas. So we've had a winner for this format. We've had a winner. Well, I mean, prior to this, you had to physically be at a location, which I think was the New York Comic Con. So only people that would have physically been able to get there, which obviously would have been much easier for people living in the U.S. So previously would have only been Legacy won once as well. So winning from Canada as well. I don't know where Dirk McMurk. I would assume that he was from the U.S. But as far as this format, yeah, there's been a winner for the Asia region and a winner for the Americas. So that means next year the Europe-Russia region, they need to represent. I got confused because they said, let's meet our qualifiers and champion. Then they interviewed the guy from Singapore. If you're talking about like when they announced this year's Summoner Showdown, yeah, they interviewed Anger Danger as the as the previous winner. And they may have meant the champion. If they were talking about for this year, they may have meant the champion for the Asia region, like the one who advanced to the finals. Let's go with that. I don't think Anger has participated. Yeah, I don't think so either. Because to be honest, like I don't know the guy. I was in the same alliance as him for a while. I never actually talked to him. I just like asked a couple questions which he answered, but never like an actual conversation. But to be honest, he seemed more like a casual player. I mean, the alliance that we were in was it was a competitive alliance. 2 BGs of war. I joined with map 5, and then by the time I finished, I think we were doing all map 6. And I think he had been with him for quite a while, so. Come on, dude. Good, thank you. Oh, thank you. He may come if there's 6-star Quake next year. He may. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. I don't think if we see a Quake as a 6-star, I think it's going to be quite a while. I don't think we would see her as a 6-star until we've got 7 stars in the game. And I think we're probably... Well, I hope we don't see 7 stars until we can R5 a 6-star. Because the way they did it with introducing 6 stars was we could just take a 5-star to R4, and then you could start earning the shards for 6 stars. But I hope it's not the same as that. Dash, what's going down? What is shakalackin'? Did the other finalists get anything? I think so. But obviously not. Well, they get to keep the streaming equipment that they're all sent. So everybody keeps that. They don't get the champion. The pick of a champion. But beyond that, I don't know. But all of the info for like what the prizes are and stuff is on the Summoner Showdown page. I joined the stream when they were announcing the winner, so I didn't really know who won. Okay. If Anger was there, Satsui might have told us. If Anger was where? Oh, in Singapore? Oh dear. Actually, you know what? I'm just thinking that's interesting because Yandaz was from Singapore as well. So last year Satsui was from Singapore. This year Satsui and Yandaz. So it seems that for the Asia region that they've got a few high-end players then, which I think that China is. Yeah, I think only India is excluded. So. It's interesting. Okay. Redwood, how you doing? How's your day coming along? So you think opening 2 5-star feature crystals is worth more value versus opening 3 5-star basics? Because in the feature crystal 2, it's not. Looks like I will get any. So I would go feature if I would go featured if you've got most champions, meaning that you're more likely just to get dupes from the basic. But that's because I'm always looking for new champions. So if you're not interested in simply just getting new champions, then I would say the feature has less value. But if you're mainly after new champions, and then obviously the specific ones from the feature, then go for the feature. And Dash, we're going to time you out. You've been here before, so I don't really know why you're just coming in and trolling, but that's fine. We'll time you out, and we'll see when you come back if you're going to continue with the same approach or different. There we go. I didn't know I had 2 5-star Cosmic Awakening Gems in the stash. The Knull can be out the window now. Ooh, okay. What did Dash do? Well, just wait. No, you can't see his comments now. He just came in with like comments that were kind of inappropriate. Although nobody in chat was complaining, which would be normally the only time that I would time somebody out or ban them, but that was the way that seemed that was going to go, so let's nip it in the bud. If you already have 150 champs, then go for featured. It is simple as this. If you already have 150, why if you have what would 150 have to do with feature or basic? Oh, you're talking about as far as arena teams go. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be the quickest. Maybe the 5-star roster now is I need more champions, not just new champions. So if you're looking for more champions, then go for the basic. Because if you don't have as many, you're more. The opportunity of getting new champions from the basic is higher, and then that will allow you to open more. I didn't really know what he was saying either, to be honest, Dad. But it was just it was just a bunch of nonsense. So that's why. Oh, damn! I haven't got hit by that in a long time. It's a good thing that wasn't the unblockable one, because that would have done a lot more damage. I see, and as Parasite says, when I have a handful of 5 stars, then I can go for featured. Well, it depends too, right? Like if you're wanting to add champions just to increase the diversity of your roster, like for more options for stuff, and you don't have many, then the basic is the way to go. If you are doing or planning to do arena hardcore, same thing as you're building, you'd want to go basic. The only time I go feature, I'm going feature. I don't open 5 stars anymore. The only 5 stars I open are features, because that's the only way I'm going to get new 5 stars for the most part. And I'm starting to go that way for the 6 stars as well. Because so often if I open a basic 6 star, it's a dupe, and it's a crappy dupe. So I'm okay using the extra 5,000 shards to get a crappy new champion, because it makes my arena grind easier overall. So it really comes down to how many champions you got, what you're targeting. Now, the thing with the featured, though, is depending who's there. If they provide a real answer for you for something, then you might want to look at the feature over the basic. But, as long as you're trying to grow your roster, you want to be going basic. When the current 5-star feature resets, I'm going to open probably 10 of the features. I think the only 5 stars that would be in there that I don't have, I think would only be Hercules and Kitty. Because of the ones that are going to be, of the new ones that are going to be in this upcoming feature, most of them I had grinded for. I got Penny, I got Spidey 2099, I got Nimrod. I don't know if Nimrod will be in this upcoming one, though. I don't know if Chavez and the Overseer will be in the 5-star feature. I don't think I have either of those as 5 stars. But the more new 5 stars that would be in there for me, the more interested I'd be. Let's see what I missed there. Just working and lurking, ready to get this weekend started. If he already has 150 champs, all basics land on dupes. So for new champ, go featured. That's what is okay. If you want to make a lot of good 5 stars, then go for basic or new. To this day, I still crack up at this guy who was in BG's chat trolling and saying nonsense in the super chats he was donating. Well, hey, if you want to pay to be, trolling, 9.2 million done. Definitely a light grind compared to the Odin grind. Yeah. Ooh, this Black Widow or Deadly Origin against Torch. It goes favorably sometimes, and other times not so much. So we'll see. Okay. Oh, really? Yeah, I dashed back a little bit too soon on that first one. And I don't think this will do him in, will it? It's going to be close. Okay, it did. Nice. I feel I've seen you before, but you have 950 subs and make Plants vs. Zombies videos. I actually got reported the first time I told a joke on his stream. It was a dark one, so that's why. Yeah, well, I mean, his chat is pretty busy usually too, right? Which is why he's got so many mods, obviously. But I think you would see people go onto his chat just to kind of get noticed sometimes, right? So they might go in, with whatever. Oh. Okay, yeah. So I'll be able to finish him on. Yeah, I wasn't too sure how that was going to go for a second there. I'm just thinking about the the question about the rewards for the Summoner Showdown. I'm a little bit surprised that they didn't say anything about that, like at the end, to say, these are the rewards that we're happy we'll be receiving or whatever. And I think they did that last year. Are you ready for Variant 8? No. So I'm in no rush to get to it. I'm going to finish the side quest first. So this current side quest, and then I'm gonna work on 7.3, and then I'll get into Variant 8. Now, initially, I was thinking I would go. Okay, so there's 2 fights for the Kang quest of 7.3, where I think Torch is a necessity. I think I can do most of the fights with Sunspot, but there's 2 Mystics on the path that I think Torch would be a much quicker option for. So I have Torch. I have him at R3, and I was planning to take him to R4 with resources, but I don't like using resources on 5 stars to take them to R4 or to R5. So what I was going to do was try to go through Variant 8 pretty quick to see if I could get a Science, at least a Science 4 to 5 gem, whether it be Science or generic, and then take Torch to rank 5 for those 2 fights. Obviously, he doesn't need to be at rank 4. I think at rank 5, or at rank... Obviously, he doesn't need to be at rank 5. I think at rank 4 it would be fine. But he is a champion I see using other areas as well. So last night I went and opened a bunch of featured 6 stars of the current feature, obviously. And I got and duped Torch. So I think I'm going to take him to R2. I'm going to do... So I got Torch, I got Penny, and there was somebody else new. Who the hell? Oh, Starkey. So those are the 3 new champions I got. I'm going to take Penny to rank 2 first, and then I think I'm going to take Torch to rank 2 eventually. I might try those 2 fights, or at least the first fight of those 2 for the Kang quest with Torch at rank 1. But anyway, so because of that, because of getting Torch as a 6 star, I'm not going to rank up the 5 at all, in which case the desire or the need or whatever to get into Variant 8 quickly is just not there. So yeah, I'm going to be waiting a fair bit to do Variant 8. So yeah, that was... The answer to your question is no, but there was a reason behind it, because previously I would have been getting into Variant 8 pretty quick. But now I don't feel that need. Stealth Spidey for today's target. Okay. They may post via Twitter for the rewards. Yeah, probably. Yeah, because I'm sure on Twitter they'll congratulate Happy McMuffins. And then maybe they'll say, these are the rewards for first place. But I think, especially if you're a YouTuber, the recognition for winning is probably the biggest reward over anything else. True, just too many haven't really been there. And I gotta work early morning, so there's that. Oh, I think I missed something there. Back to work I go. Have a good stream. Catch you later. Alright, Redwood. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Have a good day at work. Because I remember they posted nodes info on Twitter. Okay. I don't even know if I'm following Kabam or MCOC on Twitter. I follow Trucos. Everyone knows Happy. Yeah, because I mean he was the first runner-up last year. But even so, there are people. Yeah, so there's people that would maybe know of him who might not be subscribed, so maybe they'd be more likely to now, or people who didn't know of him, who know of him now, right? People who started the game recently, like if they were paying attention to the Showdown, so they probably wouldn't have known of it last year. They know of it now, and yeah, so that's somebody that they would look up. So I don't think he streams though. He's just an uploader. Which overall, I think for YouTube, it seems like you do better if you're, at least especially if you start out uploading. Let me see what he's at currently, actually. I should be subscribed to him, though, because pretty much anybody that I come across that does MCOC, I'm subscribed to. Oh my... Okay, so... Wow. Yeah, so definitely not everyone knows Happy. He's only got 5.3 thousand subscribers. Well, I should say only. Obviously, that's 10 times more than what I've got. More than 10 times. But I bet you within the next couple weeks, that number is going to shoot up. Well, not necessarily. It will also depend whether or not he ends up posting. Because he doesn't post very often. Well, and that's probably why he doesn't have that many subscribers. But what he does post... They've all got... Oh, I am not subscribed to him. That's weird. Here. Put in his... I mean, you guys can all find it for yourselves, but here you go. There is the URL to his channel. So, hey, there you go. If you're not subscribed, go subscribe. So, oh, yeah. So I wasn't saying that necessarily, like... that's the reason that somebody who does YouTube would want to compete in this. But I think if you do YouTube and you're competing and you do well, it has potential to help your YouTube channel. Obviously, it also depends on how often, how frequently you're uploading. So, okay. Nice plan. That's a good strategy. I've been planning it out. I will finish side quest first as well before variant 8. I figure around Cyber Weekend I can prioritize my bigger rank ups then. Okay. I've subscribed to just a couple of people who have more than 1,000 subscribers, Katie and Lord Shadow. Okay. Yeah, because I guess for the bigger ones, you don't need to subscribe to see when they're live or when they're posting, because they've got so much stuff. It's probably just going to show up in anyways. So, I might go in for an initial clear of Variant 8, not because of rewards or anything like that, but simply to use Domino, because I've had her rank 3 for a while. I do use her now and then, but there hasn't been anything really. Where she's just like the go-to. But I think for this, at rank 3, I think she probably will be. At least for my roster. And it actually might be one of the first times I stream anything beyond Event Quest. But yeah, I want to get the side quests done, and I want to get the Kang quest done, regardless of where I am for T2A, because, yeah, I basically just want to take Suicides off, knock that out. I was thinking to do it this Sunday, but I might do it next. And then after that, then it's just a matter of T2A. And so long as I'm not in overflow of T2A, I will go through 7-3, which I just need one more T5B. Once I get that, Penny will go to rank 2. I don't know if I'll use a 1 to 2 gem for Torch, or if I'll wait. Yeah, it depends. If I can do those 2 fights that I want him for at rank 1, then there's no need to get him to rank 2 anytime soon. So, do you watch any sports? No. The only sport that I would sit down and watch on my own would be hockey, because I understand hockey. I've never really... I'll watch it with other people, but I don't really watch it on my own. Football, I don't understand. Baseball, I find too slow. Basketball, I just don't have the interest for basketball. I did watch some basketball when the Raptors were in the finals a couple years ago. And I did watch baseball a few years ago when the Blue Jays were looking like they were doing quite well. But, yeah, outside of that, no. I would like to get into watching soccer, but not because of the interest in the sport itself, just because of it's a, you know, everybody in the world is familiar with soccer, or not everybody, but everywhere in the world is familiar with soccer, and you know, it could always provide for conversation. But I don't know anything about, like, I understand how it's the rules to it, but I don't know anything about the teams and leagues and stuff. What's the theme of Variant 8? Did they release it? Yeah, so it's called Deadpoolooza, or it's mercenary themed. So mercenaries will get a benefit. It looks like it's going to be like the villain and hero variants, where you can take in the non-specific champions, but that they just aren't effective. So you can take in the non-specific champions for synergies, but using them won't do you much. So, yeah, that's how it's looking anyways. But Domino, Hitmonkey, Massacre, Deadly Origin, those champions are should be pretty useful for it. Deadpool. It is his variant, so he should be useful for it. What about you, Justin? Are you into sports? I used to play soccer. I played hockey and I played soccer. I wasn't very good at either, and then I played badminton, and I was okay at badminton. I think I liked badminton though because it's a solo sport, so if you screw up and you don't win, you got nobody to blame but yourself. So Variant 9 might be a robot one then? Maybe. I don't know though, because I mean Variant 2 kind of was, right? I mean it was tech, but Sentinel in particular got a benefit, so I don't know if we would see, whereas there's plenty of other characters or hashtags that haven't been highlighted yet from Variant, so I would think that we might see something before that. Like maybe a Guardians one? No, I don't know about that. If Guardians, it'd have to be Guardians in something, probably. I guess maybe they could do a Guardians Fantastic Four. I don't think we've seen a X-Men, although we've seen a bunch of X-Men event quests, though. Big basketball fan, might play some basketball when I come to Canada. Oh. Okay. So who's your favorite team for basketball currently? Yeah, the only time I would have really known anything about basketball would have been when the Chicago Bulls were dominant, or when the Raptors won a couple of years ago. And actually, when the Raptors won, that was probably the most basketball I'd ever watched. Because I watched the whole finals, and I may have watched one series aside from that. But yeah, regular season for anything I don't pay attention to, and even for hockey, regular season I don't pay attention to. When the Montreal Canadiens were in the finals, I didn't watch any games, but I did keep up on how it was going. It's funny. So my favorite sport to play was badminton, but I never watched badminton. Although, I mean, it's not something that would be easy to come by to be able to watch in Canada on TV. But I mean, obviously now with YouTube, it'd be fine to find, matches. But Guardian and Shield, I guess. Guardian and Shield for. So I think once I'm done the 6 stars, I'll probably finish off the R5s in the basic, and then go for variant 9. Oh, okay. Maybe. Well, if Guardian, then it would also be the others for Alpha Flight. So Sasquatch would probably be there. I think those are the only 2 from Alpha Flight that we've had. Wolverine would probably be applicable. We could end up seeing other characters introduced before we see Variant 9. Guardian, Shield, X-Men, Avengers, and Humans are clans, but Villain, Hero, Mercenary are types. So next might be a robot. Yeah, could. Who knows? But like I said, the only thing I see there is simply, and it wasn't robot centric. It was just that one specific robot had an advantage. So I don't know if that would. Well, I mean, they've also done Variant 4, which was star level based. We could see something like that again. I don't know if we'd see a class based one. Well, I guess Variant 1 kind of was class based. Like each quest, or each chapter had its own restrictions as far as class. Robot one would be pretty interesting, though, because that would be quite diverse. Well, no, you'd have tech, you'd have one mystic. Would that be it? Yeah, because there's no robots in skill, none in science, none in mutant, none in cosmic. Yeah, I don't think we'd see a robot one, because a robot one would end up being basically another tech one. So... yeah, I don't think we'd see that too soon. Eventually, but I still don't see it happening. Yeah, because they have so many other things they could go with. It's Brooklyn Nets, but I really like the Raptors too. Okay. Is there any one team in particular that's like dominant for basketball? Like I know that the Bulls way back when. They ran things, and the Lakers were on top. Outside of that, I don't know. Wait, were the Clippers like a pretty winning back-to-back for a while? We used to see that in hockey a long time ago. I haven't seen it for a while. I think there might have been a couple in the last 10 years where somebody has won back-to-back, but not multiple years. Whereas I think the last time where you had one team winning several years in a row was probably the Edmonton Oilers. Yeah, because I think they won 3 or 4, then they lost 1 year, or they didn't make the finals, and they came back and won another back-to-back, I think. But then again, too, for hockey, so there's been so many new teams. So the competition's just gotten bigger and bigger. It's pretty weird that some YouTubers are not saving for Cyber, or they might buy the whole shop to get enough units. Saving units. Well, some might just not be spending. If it's a YouTuber who's monetized making a fair bit, then I think it's irrelevant, because what they're generating in revenue from their videos is enough to cover whatever units they would need to buy. And then you could also have others who just, they'll see what the deals are. If the deals are good, then they'll put some money toward it. Mr. Joe, how you doing? It's been a while. It has been a while. Have you been watching any of the Summoner Showdown? I should say have you been. I guess it's over now, so have you watched any of the Summoner Showdown? I do find it a little bit interesting, though, seeing YouTubers with like a couple hundred units. Well, then, no, that makes sense. Because if they're not an arena grinder, there's no reason that they would be getting a ton of units. So, yeah, I don't think you'll see any YouTuber arena grinders with who are low on units. I think anybody who does YouTube who grinds arena, they're probably going to have a lot of units. I don't know how many... Well, the thing is, too, I think for YouTubers, they might spend a lot of units on opening crystals. Because crystal openings always are going to get views, and they're easy to make. So, spend 1,000 units, open 3 crystals, and hey, there you go. You got a video with a couple hundred views. So, I've got a few minutes on your streams, but haven't kept up with it. Okay. Yeah, I didn't watch. I intended to watch the whole thing. I didn't see the very first round for the Europe-Russia region. But I got the Asia, Americas, and then the finals today. And I gotta say, I'm glad I watched it. I found it quite interesting. In my alliance, someone always gets the new champ. Yeah, the more openings, the more frequent getting the sought after champions for sure. For me, I think overall I may have only opened 100 featured calves ever. Well, I think there's one video. Oh no, it wasn't featured calves. It was just regular calves. There's one video I did where I opened 40. I don't know what happened to me that day. It must have been late at night where I couldn't sleep. One of the things too, at least as far as some of the YouTube videos of people opening things, I kind of wonder if they're only uploading the videos when they get something good. And then I also wonder how much is being spent. Because you see some people opening or uploading like every time there's a early access, or every time there's a new featured cab, they're opening multiples. And yeah, teach their own. But for me, it usually happens late at night when my willpower is not 3 of 3. I know I went pretty hardcore for the Hyperion ones. That was not late at night. Yeah, I went pretty hardcore for Hyperion. 3 people have 6-star Knull? Nice. Yeah, I'll probably start seeing him on defense pretty soon. But yeah, this current featured crystal, there's absolutely nothing in there now that I want. Hercules would be nice, but yeah, it's because when Penny first was... No, I don't think when she was first announced, I don't know if I had any interest. But once she was in the game and she was looking pretty good, even though I know nothing about her, so I'm going to need to try her out and figure out how to play her. But I do like the poison and incinerate immunity. And it's funny, right now, for this off-season, I'm taking Path 9, which I've never done before. And you need poison and incinerate immunity, or at least to be able to do something about that damage. So I was thinking Okay, Red Hulk is going to be my go-to. But I'm going to get Penny... Oh, we've got level up on now. I'm going to get her to rank 2. No, she won't be rank 2 for this level up. But probably the next one. I should have the other T5B that I need. And then, at least for this off-season, I should be able to try her out, which I think that will be a really good way to get practice with her. And I don't need to worry about dying. It's off-season. We got tons of resources from what they've been giving us, so yeah. It's a trade-off, arena or calves to get the champ. If you're after the champion, yes. And for the rest of this year, outside of Nick or Ghost, I don't see going for any champions from arena. So, and the reason I opened the cap crystals yesterday was just because I got a fair bit of units from the million battle chips I opened. So yeah, I'm ahead of the game for battle chips currently. But yeah, I usually try to steer clear of the featured calves. Yeah, I was kind of thinking, I was going back and forth. Once I get the basic arena done, I have 4 million more to put up there. I was thinking to do a couple runs of all 6 and all 5 stars and pick up 5-star Knull. And I was just like, I'm done doing the arena for champions. And even if I saw Ghost or Nick in the arena, I don't know if I would do it. Those are the only 2 right now that I could see considering doing another champion grind from the arena. And I think Nick more so. Ghost would absolutely be nice to have awakened, and she'd be faster when I'm using her, but it's really not a necessity. Oh, I was a little bit too quick on that. Just a little bit. Ooh, what happened there? I'm getting hit by everything. Where do I normally end up here? Oh, 24. So we got about another 3 million to go. They'll end up being a little bit more than 3 million because I do have 3 new 6 stars to run, so which will be nice. Oh, actually, I should mix them in right now because yeah, they are all like 0. So yeah, we'll run 2 leveled up 6 stars with 1 of the new 6 stars. Because it would be fine to run all 3 together. Might be a little bit of a longer fight. So yeah, we'll mix them in this next match. And I think both AQ and War were done. Man, I died a bunch of times in War. The first death was Elsa was on the node, and I figured I was all good because I went in with Red Hulk, so he's poison, incinerate, immune, so fine, don't have to worry about that. But of course, Elsa was running suicide, so took a ton of degen damage. And then the next death was Ebony Maw, and I was using Nick, and I think I had Ebony down to like 15%. I don't know what happened. I just got cornered and Nick was gone. So I went in, finished it off with Red Hulk. And then the final one was Mojo on, I think it's Note 48. And I started off with Ghost. And again, this one was going perfectly. And I got up to like 25%. And he just, took care of Ghost and went in and finished it off with Red Hulk. So Red Hulk was kind of the MVP. And I gotta admit, for that, I didn't think it was going to go as well with Red Hulk as it did. Now, I don't know, because Red Hulk is R2. I'm going to have Penny Parker R2 pretty quick. I don't know, because Penny would also have the poison incinerate immunity. I don't know if she would be a better option for lane 9, although I don't think I'll be doing it during the season, because that's when deaths are going to count. You don't want somebody who's going to mess up all the time on a tough lane, so yeah. Which node was Ma in? The top right-hand corner. I don't remember the number, but... I think it's... Yeah, it was Stunning Reflection. Both the top one and the one below it were both Stunning Reflection. So the idea why I used Nick for it initially was I figured Nick would, get him down pretty quick. Oh, look at that. Even with a bunch of my deaths, we still won. Oh, wait a second. Oh, yeah, because we get no points during the offseason. Let's see. I don't know if they cleared it. Oh, neither of us cleared. Okay. Well, off-season. Oh, geez, our diversity. Well, no. Only 13 off of diversity. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so the first fight was Wasp, and I just used Ghost Wasp. That one was fine. And the Maw fight was going fine until it wasn't. Oh crap, I meant to mix in the other 6 stars next time. And I'm not too sure what I want to do for AQ. Normally I was, I've got the Acid Wash for Section 1 and Section 3. So previously what I was doing, I was using Diablo, and he does fine for both sections. He ends up pretty close to full health by the end. But I would take in Diablo for Acid Wash, then I would take in Warlock for the Omega Red Mini, and then I would take in Corvus for Apocalypse, and I could get 2 charges on Corvus in Section 2. The first 2 days for this AQ, I've been taking in Immortal Abomination and Diablo, and taking in Warlock. But I haven't been on when the mini opens, so I haven't had a chance at the mini. So I'm kind of wondering if I should just not bother taking in Warlock, because the only reason I have it is for the mini. I could use him in Section 2, but if I'm going to have Corvus, it makes more sense to use Corvus in Section 2 to get the 2 charges on him. So, but I know what's going to happen. I'll leave Warlock out this time, and then I'll be online and in game when the minis open up. Maw fight will be good until he falters you and you dex. Yeah, no, it wasn't falter. That wasn't the issue. And dex, I just got cornered. Yeah, no, it's what happened for both the Maw and the MODOK ones. The fight was going well. I got overconfident, so I just stopped paying attention, and I paid for it. Okay. Let's use him, and we could probably use Penny right now too, but Okay. Yeah. Oh, I want to do that then. I was going to use Annihilus against Emma Frost because of the armor break, and that'd make her quick and easy, but I usually prefer to go with class advantage over anything else. So. Well, that's not bad, considering he's Incinerate immune. Or Cold Snap immune. No, Frostbite immune. Yeah. So I was going to take Guardian to rank 2, unduped, just to use up the Tech T4CC, but yeah, I'll take Penny to rank 2 before Guardian. Because I think Penny unduped will still be pretty useful. Guardian unduped, I don't think so. If that had been Corvus or Gilly, that would have hit her with that extra reach. Okay. Penny's a good choice. Yeah, I don't know anything about her, but I think I could find use for her for sure. So I read her info after I pulled her, which I don't normally read info on champions until I'm planning to use them for something. So in her case, I read the info to see where I could. I knew the poison and incinerate immunity, so I knew that would be of use, but I didn't realize the power control. So that looks like that could be interesting. I don't know how this is going to work, but let's find out. My alliance died 68 times and still won. Beautiful. I think we died 103. We died a bunch. And 3 of them were mine. That's funny. I died more in one war than I have in the last 2 seasons. But, I mean, that is why I want to take a different lane, too. To try something different. And to put all those resources that we've been getting and put them to use. It's kind of funny, too, because obviously during the season, you weren't going to leave any defenders up. And neither side cleared the map. Okay. Do an SB1 to make them Koros bar of power. You're good with Penny. Okay. Okay, so that does a power burn. Now it's dependent on the charges that she has, though, too, right? I think. Okay. Let me just check something. I see that there's some. Well, let me finish off the 6 stars and then we'll take a look. I see there's some offers. I want to see what they've got. Ooh, I should run Star-Lord first. Yeah. It's funny now that I've got a couple tech 6 stars, considering how I was lacking techs to rank up, but I had a ton of the tech resources. So that won't be a problem. I don't know if using Penny in ROL would be a good place to practice with her, actually. I kind of feel that just doing lane 9 in War might be the best way to get familiar with her. So I'll try to get her maxed out rank 1 during this level up, and then yeah, once I get the T5B. Once I get the T5B, I'll take it to rank 2, and then whenever the next level up is around, level her up. You see her talking about 6-star tech champs again? Well, it's because I've got, or I had so many tech resources. Because I didn't have many that I wanted to rank up. Ooh, well, yeah, I guess that's what's going to happen there. That's what's going to happen. You know, I don't have a reason to take Starkey to rank 2. I kind of want to, just to try him in ROL a bit. Although, not duped, and with suicides, I'll be taking a lot of damage, a lot of recoil damage. Star-Lord is a good champ, but it's 2021. Have to think 100 times to give him SIGs? Yeah. And I don't know if we'll ever see him changed. I really didn't think that champions required for the Karina challenges, I didn't think that we would see them being buffed. However, Karnak is going to be buffed, so I don't know if he'll end up being a better option than Medusa or Quake for the Inhumans challenge after his buff, but we'll find out. We will see. Okay, so that takes care of all the low end 6 stars. Yeah, it's funny because Star-Lord was so dominant back in the day. Well, no, he wasn't so dominant. He was dominant for LOL. And like he was a necessity for LOL. Which, I mean, I guess that's Aegon for LOL or AOL currently. And I think it will still be Aegon as the necessity for the next iteration of whatever LOL, AOL we see. I think that 6-star Torch is the last champion as a 6-star that I didn't have who I would consider maxing out as a 5-star. There's nobody else that I could see. Maybe Hercules, for Kitty Pryde. With the gem, though, I don't think I would use resources to take them to R5. But I could possibly see getting them as 5 stars and taking them to rank 5. But yeah, Torch was the only other one that I could think of where I would consider taking to rank 5. Before I got to the 6-star. Karnak's buff just takes him away from the memeness, but I feel he will still be a meme champ. Yeah, I don't know if there's been... Since they've just been doing the 2 buffs per month, I don't think any of them have been too substantial, right? I think the last real game-breaking buff was Diablo. Yeah, I think, because I don't think the King Groot one... The King Groot one made King Groot better, but I don't think it really changed... Maybe it did change his place in the game. But the Diablo one absolutely changed Diablo's place in the game. I pulled 6-star Venom yesterday. Not bad. One more. Then I'll have even arena teams. Oh, nice. Actually, that was my favorite part about the openings yesterday. I stayed at even arena teams. Which, after I got the 2 new 6-stars, that was the reason for opening one more featured, was I wanted to stay at even teams. I also got X23 duped, which, yeah, I'm okay with that. Buff doesn't need to break the game. Some champs are better, and that's what they want to achieve. Yeah, but if you do something like the Ronin buff, which doesn't really change anything, it doesn't make them more of a desired champion or more useful, then what's the point? Right? If you're changing just simply to change, not to actually add any value to the change, then I just think don't do it. If it's a change at the very least that has you playing the champion in a different way, maybe that's worth it. But I think, and it's not that you're supposed to elevate a champion from being, the 10th champion overall to being the 2nd champion. Like, absolutely not. It could still be the 10th champion, but have something in the change that makes it interesting or different. With the Ronin one, I don't think it did. Like, even where I say that for a buff on Rogue, I feel in her case, all she needs is the amount of time that she has when stealing the buff from the opponent to kind of lock it in needs to be increased a little bit. And that would simply be a numbers change. So if they were to do that, I think they should do more than just that. But from the little I know of her, I think that's all she needs to really make her better. Gilly's buff was the worst, so depressed. They entirely removed her nullify feature. She's like wannabe Gilly 2099 now. Yeah, see, like, I don't know anything about her or the buff. I know people weren't too happy about it, but I never used her prior. No one would believe that Ronin had a buff. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I don't know if them taking the time and effort to do that makes any sense. They could be spending that time on other things. Well, they could be spending that time making a more noticeable buff, if anything. And it's interesting too. I don't know at what point they stop with the buffs, right? When they get all of the old underwhelming champions, not to elevate them in the game, but to simply have reworked them, do they then start reworking like a Blade? Not that he's an older champion, but he's been around for a while. I think he's fine where he is. There's champions who have surpassed him, which I think is fine. I think that's what should happen. As newer characters come out, they should surpass the older ones. If not, why would you desire the new one? Just for the graphics? Maybe. But yeah, I think at some point they will get to a level where, we don't really have champions. Well, maybe that's when they revisit Ronin again. I wish they did the poll every buff. Why? The poll is irrelevant though. That did not dictate who they were going to do. They knew who they were going to do going into it. And that's why for the final round you didn't see the results. Like think about it. If you've got a system of voting and you're not showing the results as the votes are cast, how can anybody trust the results? Right? And what reason would you have to hide the running results? So just because of that, I didn't know if they wanted Gilly or Ant-Man to win or somebody else, but not having the results show as people cast their vote, there's no way you could trust that. I mean, I guess it gives the perception of that it's actually a community's choice, but it absolutely was not. I mean, it's a way to engage the community, I suppose. I don't know if you really want to engage your community by lying to them, though. But okay, I'll go get all aggressive there, do you? Let me see. Oh, come on! Yeah, now you're not going to do it, are you? Oh. Oh, okay. Well, this should put an end to things. Yeah. Maybe too much work on their end? For what? For disclosing the results? No, because they did it round one, right? When you had Gilly, Ant-Man, Joe Fixit, all of the other champions, it was done on their forums, and you could see the results. The second round, when it was just Ant-Man and Gilly, you couldn't, and they didn't do it on their forums. They did it through the in-game, the arena thing. So yeah, again, it's kind of weird that if you're doing a voting system, that you would have a different approach as you move along. Because usually when you're doing voting, you want to keep it consistent, right? Like, regardless... Like if you're doing your initial balloting and then you have to do a runoff or whatever, you're going to keep it the same principle overall. You're not going to change the format of it. Because, yeah, again, it just doesn't make any sense and it seems weird. That was forums different. Exactly. Why would you use a different system? That's what I'm saying. So either what they could have done was the first round, do the arena approach, and then do that for the final portion, or first round do the forums as they started off, and then the second round do the forums as well. But changing it because you do initial round and then to change it for your second just doesn't seem like it makes sense. They wanted everyone to participate, but by putting it in the arenas would be more limiting than having it on the forums. Because putting it in the arenas, people had to have the time for it. They had to have enough champions to run through. Whereas putting on the forums, okay, you could say somebody's not a forum member. Well, that's easy enough. Sign up, right? Signing up, pressing on whichever champion you want, that's a minute. Running the arenas, well, if you were trying to do whatever the arena was that was running at the time, I mean, that's taking you away from that arena. And I mean, people don't want to do the arena anyways. Like, I'm fine with whoever won, Ant-Man or Gilly. My only thing is don't lie and say that it's the choice of the public when it obviously wasn't. Oh, and if they wanted to cut down on the amount of work for the whole thing, then they wouldn't have done it as a vote at all. They would just do how they're currently doing, right? Like, they have slated what champions are getting. No, the reason for it was a way to engage the community. I get it. Like I said, I think it's a good idea. I just don't think it's a good idea to lie about it. They wanted to test the forums versus the arena? No. They knew what they were doing, dude. They absolutely knew what they were doing. Because they've done votes on the forums before. And I believe, I don't know if it was through Arena, but I think we've done, I could be wrong, but I think we've done in-game voting before too. Oh, maybe not in-game voting, but we've done like the surveys, right? So if anything, they could have done it like that. They could have put the survey, the button to access the survey in-game, you know, like, oh, pick the champion you want. Okay, good. Click on it. Now you go, you click on Ant-Man, you click on Gilly, and they could have, you know, when you submit your response, a running total. So, you know, you cast your vote. Oh, you see overall there's one more vote for that character, which is how it was on the forums. Just suggested possible reasons? Fair, but I think the reason is the most obvious, is that they hid the results because they knew the way they wanted to go. If you showed the results, if the character who won was not the character you intended to buff, well, what are you going to do? They would need to backtrack a fair bit, right? Again, I think it's fine. It's just the... Well, look at it this way. I don't know if you vote, but if you vote in any election, so you go to your polling station, you go to the front door, they tell you blah, 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 all of this, right? So let's say now, usually, like, if you're voting for... well, all elections are pretty much run the same. For Canada, for federal, provincial, and municipal, the overall design and flow of it is all the same. But let's just say that for your federal election, you do it. You know, you go to the school or you go to the church, wherever the site might be. You go through the process, and then all of a sudden, for your city election, it's somebody comes to your door, and you tick off on a list who you want. Why would the way that you approach those two types of elections be different? The argument would be, oh, one is federal, one is city. Sure, but we're still in a system where we're approaching the process the same. So what I'm saying in this case for Kabam is that they approach the process differently. And like, yeah, I guess you could say they wanted to test something out, But if they wanted to test it out, they could have still been consistent. But I mean, I think it was the same thing with the Hercules and Omega Sentinel thing too. But again, I get it. Okay. So you figure you're sticking with the alliance that you're in currently, Forger, or are you looking for something new? Let's go. So this and one more match for the 6 stars, and then we'll run the R5s and the basic. And that will be that for now. You know, one thing I was glad none of the participants from the Summoner Showdown said anything about the bugs in the game. I mean, probably not, because then that would have seemed like being a sore loser, right? But I mean, maybe they'll say it, you know, like in private line chats or something like that. But we'll see how map 8 is looking, if they want to do all maps or not, if I can do all map 8 or not. Okay. So what's the current plan for you guys as far as map 8 goes? Yeah, I would assume that like probably the top 100. I don't know if anybody would go. Yeah, I don't know if anybody would actually go week 1 all map 8. Not because of capability, but just because of the realization that it's going to be bugged for the first week or two. So the possibility there of not being able to complete. Yeah, I think our plan, I don't know if it's week 1. Probably week 1. I think our plan is to do day 1 of map 8 and then go from there. But I think it's kind of a good idea. They kind of want to wait until it's been out for a little bit before going too far into it. And also the donation costs are a fair bit higher, so granted we've had a ton of time to save up on tickets. Oh, I just realized who I'm fighting. Okay. That's funny. That's only the second time I think I've really taken notice of who who the arena opponent was. We have really high prestige, so we'll see. Maybe all map 7 is enough to get top 90. Yeah, I think probably for the first week, maybe first 2 weeks, you won't need to run map 8 to be the high end. Because people that do run map 8, it's, you know, if it's buggy, so they hopefully if somebody runs map 8 who's normally top 90 because of running map 8 and because of it being problematic, hopefully they don't drop out. That would suck. But yeah, I think people are going to be pretty cautious with it. Again, not because of the difficulty, but just knowing. Yeah, that was FinTech. Yeah, but just knowing that you know, it's most likely going to be problematic. Yes. The Epic seems like the far edge for me, for my roster, so good that I went to Epic and not Legendary. Yeah. Well, I mean, yes. But if you had done Legendary, you would have simply realized that it was more than you could handle currently. So it would have been either one wasted entry or one entry costing you resources. But now you've got a good gauge of where you're at. So maybe the next, like the November side quest, you take the same approach, do Epic, and then maybe December, January, you could have a go at the highest difficulty. Actually, we don't have that much time left on that side quest. I should try to get that Summon Symbiote maxed out and have a go. Hopefully in 2 to 3 months I may have a few 6-star. Yeah, your roster could expand, but also you'll be more experienced in the game too, which will definitely have a impact. I need to. Oh no, I don't have any revives in Overflow anymore. I do have revives. Few. Which I think for the side quest I will be putting to use. And then I'll build back up the stash and then probably go at the Kang quest for 7-3. Currently I don't have any 6-stars, so eagerly waiting for my first 6-star. Kabam will wham bam me on that for sure. With today's objective, you can make Symbiote R5. Okay. Cool. So... I might do that tomorrow. I would... Yeah, let me see. Just awaken and use 102 skill 6 stones. Might use a bit of generic too. Who did you awaken? Plus, I'm pretty active in chat, so I developed a pretty good relationship with them. Okay, that's good. Yeah, let me see how much. I think we have until next Monday or Wednesday. 4 days. Okay, yeah, so that's the same. Yeah, maybe I'll stream. Because I'm not going to stream Cosmic Horror, but I do want to stream the last few objectives and then also getting the entries. Oh, I think we have T4B starting today. So what I'd probably do is stream T4B, the final objectives, and picking up the entries, and that would be one. Aegon, okay, very good. Yeah, that is somebody you definitely want awakened. I think you have 5 objectives after your last completion. Okay. Yeah, so whatever from Sunday to now. So that'd be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah. Yep, that would be 5. Yeah, I don't know if we're getting T4B today or Sunday. No, T1A would be first, right? But I need to get through the basic arena. It's funny. A while ago, before I was doing arena hardcore, and I would just do the T1A and the T4B. Like it seemed like it was quite a mountain to climb. And now doing the T4B, it's like, no problem. Like doing the T4B now, that's the easy thing for arena. Let's go with this, I think. I do think so. Oh, damn. Okay. So I start with Emma just using heavies. We'll be able to keep his power down for a fair bit. If you're doing an evening stream, I might not be around, so I'll post all the targets on your Discord private. If you're going to post anything for that on Discord, just put it in the MCOC general, rather than send it to me directly. Just that way, if anybody else can use that info, it will be there for them too. But yeah, I'm sure I'll be able to find who I need to be targeting. This might not have been a good idea. I didn't even notice I was under 50%. I think I'm going to need it. Yeah, I need at least another L2. Come on, man. Thank you. I don't know if an L2... Yeah, no. Normally I'd go in for that, but we're pretty low. Ooh. I think an L2... Oh! Oh. Ooh, I need to get this done quick. I'm gonna die to the poison! Damn it! I still have trouble getting T4B Arena and finishing it. If you're running the T4B and the basics, though, right? Like if you're just doing the T4B, that'd be fine. Yeah, no, I think I'll do the side quest stuff tomorrow morning. Yeah, it won't be as early as the last couple days, but yeah, probably be before noon my time. Well, it depends, though. No. Yeah, so it'd be it will be whenever the T4B is going, I think. Who do I want to go with here? Let's do this. Yeah. If tomorrow morning I'll be here, all right. Yeah, it won't be. Yeah, even if T4B is this evening, I won't be doing it today. I'll wait until tomorrow. Does variant 8 drop during the on Wednesday, or is it after that? Because I don't know if they have a date. I don't know if they posted a date of when it was gonna go live. But I'd assume whatever day it goes live, we'll see a few people streaming it. Ooh. Okay. Oh snap. You came out pretty strong. There we go. November 8th is the 7.4 beta, so it might be before or after that. Okay. Okay. I totally missed on that, Barry. So you're back, are you, Dash? You doing okay? Oh, dear. Oh, yeah. I also wanted to take a look at this offer. Well, it's been nice having you here, Dad. Oh, wait, how come that didn't, There we go. That's weird. Huh. Okay. Have any of you looked at this new offer that came up? I haven't looked at it yet, but once we get done here, I think it's a cash offer, so I will not be taking advantage of it. Damn, not again. Ooh. It's been a long time since I've timed out anybody on the channel, actually. Holy. Other than those Twitch things about wanting to be famous or whatever. Well, those I haven't even timed out because I don't know how to on Twitch. Although, I think it was J-Rock the last time he just banned them, which is probably what I'd do. Because it's probably just a bot account, so. There we go. Just granted, haven't looked at the offers yet. I normally don't either. I saw that there was a couple posts about it, and So I figured while we're on stream, may as well see what people are going on about. Might need to reboot the game though for them to show up, but let's see. Yeah, okay, probably. It's not there. Let's see if there's a mail about it. Selector bundles. Okay. Oh, so we have maintenance on Tuesday. Okay. Oh, on Wednesday. We brought down for maintenance 8 p.m. on Wednesday. Isn't it normally on Tuesdays? The team will be working, blah, blah, blah. This is up to an hour. Okay, that's not bad. Internals, make themselves known. Okay, so this is... okay, this is in regards to the stuff starting next week. Okay. And selector bundles. And... Crystal Shard selector? Signature choice. Okay, so I do need to relog. Okay. Billy timed out the bots that day? Okay. Oh, that's odd. So I thought the offer would pop up, but it didn't. And it's not showing up here. Huh. Did I miss it in here? Ah, okay. Oh, dang. There's just so much stuff. $100. Damn. Rank up selector. Choose between T2A, T5B, CATS, or T5CC. Okay. Choose between Cavalier Nexus crystals. Really? Or 5 to 6 star hero crystal. It's not telling you the amounts of things though. Choose between 6 star plus 5 class signature stones. 6 star signature stone crystals, 6 star signature. I thought they had to tell you the amounts for those things. Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, well, that is it for me. Let me just see. We don't have another arena going yet. No, that wouldn't be for a while yet. I think it would be T18 first. But yeah, that is it for me. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Mr. Legacy is doing his run of Cosmic Horror. He just started. He's got a few people watching, but put the URL there for him for anybody that may not be already seen that show up. There we go. And there is the URL. But yeah, thanks for coming and hanging out, and I will catch you guys later. Take care.